to 120 feet.
All right.
If you need to change my token.
I definitely will. Just give me a reminder in a moment. So it looks like Una, it would be your turn for scribe.
I can do it because I feel like
you're
Mira's
amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
I can do
So
I still haven't written. I'm supposed to have tomorrow's journal up, and I haven't written it from last week.
yeah, Icarif put the placeholder in the wrong place. He put it in the wrong journal. And I don't think he posted anything. So I'll put Alette for today. You might have to give Icarif a moment. But should I read from my notes, or does someone have a recap they can give? Okay, I can do my notes. I would just have to edit them a little. And let me send a reminder to Icarif. Okay. All right. So, last time, the group, the unknown mercenaries, had spent some time in the marketplace, and while buying various gear and resources, heard about some new infestation of goblins in the woods and some kind of bounty on killing them. You also heard that there were more specific things that the town was asking mercenaries to do, like certain dangerous points that they would be they would be happy to reward you for if you looked into them. Though not everyone was as interested in that. Instead, the group, decided that they were going to investigate some of the ruins on the outside of town. You went and were basically looking around, and while you encountered a strange figure, a dark elf, who was moving around in the mists. Curious, you followed him in, where you found him at some sort of ruined church area. He had uncovered a tome of sorts. As you approached to see who he was and what he was doing, the group was attacked by shadows. A fight ensued, and the shadows were slain. No one, luckily, was too badly hurt. The group then retreated into town, and after some drinks and discussion, was getting ready for the next day. However, you also managed to gain some power from a crystal Icarif discovered in the ruins. The crystal unlocked some sort of inert energies within you as you all felt stronger, leveling up. And I believe Icarif had lent the professor his book, which the voice in the professor's head had asked him to get. Reading the book seemed to empower the patron of the professor a bit. And it's kind of where we left off going into the next day. So it was 6 p.m. in the evening on the 10th of fall when we can pick
and
things
they had hired
up.
A mercenary as
You,
well.
yeah, I forgot to put that in my notes. You had hired Rowan. I'll add that. Or Rogan.
Rogan.
He has muscles.
Okay. So yeah, he kind of joined your camp. Oh, that's right. That's why I needed to make the camp, because you now have Rogan. And I think someone had suggested that the group hire some laborers and guards to kind of help make a safe campsite for the group to rest should they need it. But nothing was really done about that yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure we have the coin at the moment. Well, maybe one of us does, but
Yeah. So, in any case, I know you discovered some. I think you got some valuable items from that church. So that might be a place you can get some coin through selling those. But anyway, so it is the 10th of fall at 6 p.m., as I stated. What do you all want to do? I think you were getting ready to long rest when we ended. So you can pass time. The group can, do something else before the evening. Role play. If there's anything else you want to do in the town, just let me know. I'm going to work on something while you think about that. If no one says anything, I'll just assume we're heading on. And I think Rogan had agreed on a wage of 1 gold piece a day.
yeah.
So
Yes, with the hope that I would increase it when he proves himself.
yeah. So you might. So basically, I do all the wages and upkeep stuff for you. You might want to put, but you do have to put some money in the camp coffers for me to take from. So just let me know how much you're putting in there. Like basically, who's putting what.
I will put 5 of my gold into the camp coffer.
Okay. Anyone else?
I have nothing to give.
All right.
I'll put 5 copper into.
I mean, I guess I'll put my 1 gold piece in there.
Sorry, give me a moment. What is this acting weird for?
Where's the camp coffers? Oh, it's you have it.
Yeah, I can do it. So you said you're putting 5. You said you're putting 1. So there's 6 in there. So I'll pay Rogan for 6 days right now.
You don't want my 5 copper?
Sure, I'll throw your 5 copper in there. Could come into
Okay.
play.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Una will give 5 as well. 5 gold.
5 gold, all right. So I have 11. So you don't. Yeah, and if you want to put food in there, you can. Though it's expected that the NPCs are feeding themselves, but you can store rations in the camp, and then if you need to use them, I would just minus them. If you have someone to hunt or something like that. All right, so I have 11 gold in the coffers of the camp, and you have Rogan. All right. So, I'm guessing no one's doing anything, so we'll say everyone goes to bed. Do some rolls for passing the evening. Oh, wait, why is it not hiding my rolls? Stop that. There we go. Okay. Why are you rolling?
I
Why
felt
not?
like that.
Are you rolling to pass the evening as well?
Yeah.
Alright, and you said you were trying to summon this imp of yours?
He didn't say it was an imp.
I thought he did.
Oh, did he? Oh, my bad. I just heard him say
Yep.
familiar.
Okay. So during the evening, you perform the ritual using the new power that was granted to you. And as the book glows, Ikrif's book, a small, tiny, devilish creature will appear, and a bit of a flame on top of it. It sort of looks at its claws and body and says, pathetic, but I guess we must start somewhere.
Holy
It
shit.
just looks up at you. It says,
Not
well done. And you realize that the imp sounds like the voice you heard in your head.
Wait, are you?
He says, I am. You've manifested me into the world.
Cool. I don't. Good thing quite yet, but all right.
What did you say?
don't really know if that's a good thing quite yet, but all right.
He eyes you questioningly. He says, I've given you power. You mean not a good thing?
I know, but like, I don't know what you are. You could be like super evil or something.
He says, wow, you must have been really drunk when you made that pact. You don't remember anything.
My parents were being, well, my whole family was being right piece of shit, and so, yeah, I was really drunk.
He says, well, I have no intention of destroying the world or anything so strange and cliche like that. As for what my goals are, technically we've talked about it already, but we shall speak of them again. Not just yet, though.
Well, I guess it makes me feel better. You don't want to destroy the world, so.
He says, no. No, not at all. Alright, so... Do you need an imp token? Probably, right? I don't think we have one for it yet. Alright, so
do you know how to make the multi-sided tokens?
I do know how to make those.
Because the imp can change into a raven.
I would just, well, I think I can give you control and then you can edit it, but let me...
Yeah. I just didn't, I know a lot of GMs don't know how to do that.
You have to make a table for that, right?
That's from what I understand, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, let me grab an imp. And while I'm doing this, yeah, if any of the rest of you wish to do something, you can go ahead, otherwise just give me a moment.
I think Colette would just go chill in her room or whatever.
So we're going in the morning, right?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes. Think about the adventure from tonight and like more of that.
This is it, you know. I'm gonna make it rich. I'm gonna make a name for myself. All of Teruvia is gonna know of Una. Una the brave. Una the. I gotta think of a good one. Una the resourceful.
Yes, that sounds right. It was pretty exciting there in that ruin, right? You have fun?
Yeah, I wasn't scared at all.
Yeah, I could tell.
Alright, so
Great team.
you should see an imp under resources summoned that you should be able to pull out onto the map if you want to test that. Let me know if you're able to pull that onto the map.
Yeah. Ooh, advanced transform.
Oh, you guys are still on the start, that's why. Here. See if you can pull it out onto the... Okay, yeah, looks like that works. Just gonna... set that as the default token. Alright, so the imp is ready. So the evening will pass. You can go ahead and long rest. I don't think... Well, actually, maybe one of you did have exhaustion. I forget if someone went down. Go ahead and
like long
rest. The next day, which is now the 11th of fall, you'll all wake up refreshed. Meet down in the bar area, having some breakfast together. Rogan has all his stuff and seems very excited. He says, so when do we leave?
As soon as possible.
Ooh,
Excellent.
how about after breakfast? Can we get some food?
He says, well, I assumed at least that. No point in going into the dangerous forests on an empty stomach.
I agree.
He raises a glass to you. He says, "So, what do any of you know about this place?"
Supposed to be lots and lots of old treasure. Very valuable. Why else would the elves be so picky about us going in?
I think I've seen it before,
He
but
looks surprised. He
all I
says,
know about it is the stories that the elders used to tell me to keep me away.
"Wait, are you part of that wood elf tribe?"
Yeah, I was raised there.
Oh,
But,
that's interesting. So you've seen this place before?
yeah, a long time ago, and yeah, it wasn't really wasn't as impressive as what people have been making it sound. I mean, it was old and covered in vines, and I felt some kind of spooky feelings around it, but I don't know if that was related. It might have just been my imagination running wild as it does. Yeah.
Javi says, "Well, she's told me some stories, and it does not sound like a nice place. Kind of spooky. Though you never actually saw anything dangerous, and from what I remember, you never actually went inside, right?"
Yeah, no, she just like her imagination ran wild. I mean, she was a kid when she went there, so that's what she was referring to. Is that her?
The Javi nods and says, "Well, it would have been more useful if you had gone inside. Maybe take some risks once in a while." He
I couldn't
elbows
seem
you.
to have found any way of getting in. It seemed very closed off, but maybe I missed something.
He says, "Like a door?"
I'm really good at finding ways into places.
Right.
Hmm.
I don't. It might not be a door would have been nice, but I didn't see one.
Well, that could be a problem. But as the young one said, maybe she can find us a way in.
Yeah, and it was covered in vines, so maybe they were covered under the vines. Maybe Bud can, do some little whispers to get them.
Oh, yeah, I've talked to plants before, but I was the only person that heard him talk back.
Well, you can tell us what they
So-
say.
Yeah, as long as we have a translator, that could be super useful.
Let me see. I don't think I have that spell prepared today.
We're
He
at
says,
start.
"I'm curious, Bud. You seem like kind of an old guy. Usually older. First of all, like druids don't usually look old. Aren't they supposed to like always look young or something?"
Oh, I can understand your confusion. I'm what they call a druid in training.
He arches his eyebrow even more. He says, "And how old are you?"
Oh, pretty old, but not that old.
Well,
I can't talk with plants until I get more powerful, as I understand it. So I don't think I'll be doing that.
Okay.
Other times when I talk with plants, it was because I was smoking some things. So
he scratches
I
his
bet that
chin.
would bring you closer to the plant.
and that it did. But I'm not smoking today. We have
Oh.
work.
So as you
Things
are
and
talking,
things to prove.
as you're all talking, Deluvia would walk up. She says, "Ah, there you are," patting Alette on the shoulder. He says, feeling good today, sister? Ready to take off?"
Yep, feeling adventurous, ready to go.
She says, "Well, I'm showing you to speak with the tribe first, the Tordivore, or do you are you headed right to the
We
ruins?"
have to.
He says, "Well, it was my recommendation, but I mean, if you want to just go, I won't tell anyone I saw you. I do still owe you, Though they might, I don't know. Maybe you would be better off not talking to them." She says, "You know how some of the elders can get about visitors to the holy grounds.
Oh, I know. Yep.
Says
I
Bud.
got in big trouble that time.
And I know that tensions have been high because of all the mercenary activity and the goblins, and, well, it's been a rough time for this area and for the tribe. So, I'll leave it up to you, but also, if you don't go see them and they found out you snuck there, well, they might be even more upset later.
Zard, he sighs, and as much as I don't want to go see the old farts, I think we probably should. I'm sure we can convey. I mean, at least just a courtesy. Hey, we're gonna go, regardless of what you say. Fuck off. I mean, but nicer.
Yes, I would leave out the fuck off part, Deluvia says, but it would be more than a lot of the mercenaries have done to kind of show some amount of respect for the area and for the Tordivor.
You're right. She kind of pouts a little bit.
Rogan says, oh, man, you guys are full of surprises. All right, well, I know the Tordivor haven't been all that friendly, but, if you know them, maybe you can help us avoid some trouble later.
Yeah.
Alright, so the group continues to eat, enjoying breakfast and maybe a couple of drinks. I'll say it costs you all, I'll say 5 silver for breakfast. And
Ooh, I need to borrow some money from someone to pay for this.
oh,
Is it
yeah.
for the whole group?
So,
5 silver?
and I
For
forgot to
breakfast?
mention for last night, it was a gold piece each, and I'll say a silver piece for breakfast. So you've spent
Ooh.
1 gold, 1 silver.
So
For us,
Bud
we're
actually,
sharing rooms because Adlet would have been sleeping on the roof or something.
that's what I was saying. Like Bud would have been sleeping outside under a tree somewhere.
Alright, so which of you did not get a room? Because that might have consequences.
Yeah. I mean, could we pool together
mean-
some things and share a room? Because I have
Yeah, I
7
mean, if you
silver.
wanna, I'll say 3 people can go into a room comfortably.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
definitely-
ideal,
yeah.
but if you really need to save money, I'll say you could.
Yeah, we're so poor.
People could
What's
have
the
shared
amount we-
rooms.
Sorry, I had to step away for a second.
So paying for rooms for last night would have been a gold piece each if you all got separate rooms.
Expensive for level 1. Alette, could we share?
Yes, for sure.
So
I
I'll
have
say,
7 silver.
yeah, if you want to get 2 rooms, everyone could have stayed, unless Lazard's getting his own private place.
Oh, he's definitely. Yeah, I'm not gonna summon demons.
That's true,
in
yeah.
front of
So
other
Lazard would have his own room. The rest of the group, if you want to pool 2 gold, you could say you shared a room.
Okay.
I
So
can
I'll do-
contribute
I'll
1
do 5
silver
silver.
toward a
Okay.
room. That's it.
All right, I'll do 6 if
Or
you'll do
I can just
4.
sleep outside. I'm a druid.
Yeah.
Alright, so,
We'd probably offer if you wanted to come in though.
If I'll say
so
so
I'll
if
do
you
5.
want to sleep in the stables, it'll be a copper piece.
Okay. And then
I'll
and
give
then
5 silver.
Yeah.
5
so
silver
we'll
is
say you
for
can
what
go
room?
sleep on some hay if you really didn't have the money to pay for a room.
I really did not.
Okay. Just a silver piece for breakfast.
Okay.
I am officially out of money.
Yeah,
All
I
zeros.
have 1 silver piece. I think we need to go adventure.
It sounds like I'm rich for this group. She's got a
We're
whole
all
7 gold left.
Poor.
Yeah, 99 gold left.
Yeah, she Alette got extorted and then also
Oh, that's right.
paid for a round of drinks because she thought she had more money than she did, which just
Classic
her so
adventure
well, so.
mistake.
That's okay. We're gonna be really rich by the time we come back, guys. It'll be fine.
So yeah,
Yeah. It's motivation.
kind of onto the group's cheapness. The barkeep or bar girl brings the bill out first before you guys are getting ready to leave, just to make sure it gets paid.
Oh, well, Una definitely has plenty to cover this and would cover what's needed. I thought we
Alright.
said we had enough.
So if
Yeah.
Una's paying for breakfast, I guess it would be like 4 silver.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna have to change one of my gold pieces. but
Unless,
then I've got-
well, Lazard can pay for himself, so I guess it would be 3 silver, right?
So
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I go buy some adventuring gear?
Sure. I mean, I assume the group is willing to wait.
I want to go
So,
buy like some
Didn't we take
rations
coffee
and like
yesterday before
rope.
we went outside the walls? That's okay. If you need to get something, I guess we can wait.
Well, just because last time I didn't really have good access to my character sheet and a keyboard.
You're
Now I
fine.
do, and so
All good.
Alright. So we'll say Lazard goes on a little bit of a shopping trip. You can go ahead and just take book prices unless you want to negotiate.
I'm just doing stuff like getting some rations, maybe some rope, stuff like that.
Alright, so I'll say you spend about an hour. So just out of curiosity, who slept in the stables?
me,
Okay,
I've got
so
fleas now.
Bud. And
and
who
I
else?
did ritually cast speak with the animals and talk to any horses that were there.
You're hanging out with some horses, alright. So maybe the horses agreed to keep an eye out so no one, like, robbed you. Maybe they told you some guy came and they all, like, freaked out and he ran away.
What is?
Robbed
it
you of
didn't
work.
It didn't reset my spell slots when I did the long rest.
Yeah, that sounds
This
right.
character sheet is like, ugh.
Yeah, like I
Wait.
said, I've completely like lost faith in it. So, all right. So go ahead. We'll say Lazard goes and comes back maybe like an hour later. So we'll
Yeah,
say it's
that's
like
fine.
about 9:30 after breakfast and you're shopping. Oh, and make sure you put those scores on your name, Lazard, just so I know what your passives are.
Oh, all right. I'll do that right.
Because it might come up. Alright, so the group is well fed. They have supplies. And yeah, what do you all want to do?
Oh,
You
well,
ready
let's
to leave?
Yeah, just ready to go. I guess I would tell Javi all like, no, I don't think she would have told him much of the adventure from last night, unless he really asked.
No, he didn't ask too much. He just assumed you were probably out enjoying the town nightlife or something.
Yeah, I'll let him believe that.
Alright, so the group is going into the forest.
So when we get outside the town and outside of view of the guards, Bud stops and says, I just need a second. And he takes off his backpack and sets down his quarterstaff and his shield. And then he proceeds to remove his clothes.
Oh. Hey.
Oh,
I guess we're
yeah.
getting-
I'm really in touch with nature, you know. Naturalism is the only way to go. So freeing, so relaxing.
Deluvia would say, is that doing something for you? Never heard of a druid having to be in the nude.
Oh, other druids don't do it necessarily, but they should.
She says, well, I'll take your word for it. Are you just traveling without clothes on?
Yeah.
All right, to each their
They
own.
don't let me do it in the town. They're a bunch of prudes.
Yeah, how dare they? She says kind of sarcastically. She looks out over the kind of forests going north and says, well, we're going to go to the tribe first. Probably.
Oh, they probably don't like it either. Okay. All right, I'll put my clothes back on.
She says, well, I mean, they Well, yeah, I don't know. I think most of us wear clothes within the township, so probably best if you did as well.
Okay.
So she says, I just need a moment to gather some of my maps. Says, any of you experienced in, what would it be? Trailblazing?
Well, it would be like, you know me.
She smiles
Is
and
that when you
says,
light the?
Um,
Is that when you light the trail on fire?
she said, no, it's exploring wooded areas to find paths. Pathfinding, I guess. She says,
Oh,
transversal of terrain.
That sounds a lot
I,
less fun than.
Sorry, what?
I can help with that. Yep.
So she'll say, well, I can only really... I don't really need one of you, but sure, come on over. Were you
Probably
saying
better at
something,
it.
Lazard?
I was really good at getting lost, and
Oh, just
you
that
know.
sounds a lot less fun than mine.
Oh. So she looks a little bit concerned with Bud. She shrugs and says, all right, well, I mean, you probably have been here even longer than... Well,
Yeah,
not than
I'm
me.
quite familiar
but
with this area and stuff. But
How old is...
Bud's more in tune.
how old is Alette?
Like mid-20s.
Oh, I thought she was an elf for some reason.
I mean, she is. I mean, I guess equivalent of whatever that would be.
All right, so
I
you'd
don't know
be
how
like
to relate it.
110 or something. Sure, yeah.
Oh, remember in the new rules that it's that every species gets to adulthood at about the same age. They changed that.
That's what I thought. Yeah, so that's why I was
So
like,
wait,
yeah.
do they live the same amount of time?
No, elves live longer, but they mature faster. Which, yeah.
So she would be whatever. She would be 25-ish or whatever, but also, yeah.
All
just
right,
have a
so I
longer
guess
life ahead of
she's
her.
a very young elf. All right. Well, Bud is in his
Wrap our heads
50s,
around.
right?
Yeah, Bud's 50 something.
All right, so give me survival or knowledge nature. As you're looking
Okay,
at the
I'm gonna
maps
go
with her.
survival. There we go.
Very nice.
All right,
That's
so
my first good roll of the.
kind of looking at the maps. She's suggesting some routes, and you're kind of suggesting some alternate ones, which she kind of arches an eyebrow at and double checks and says, "Oh, yeah, that might actually work well." She says the biggest challenge is going to be the river, but recently I think some of your people built a makeshift bridge, so that should be that should help us get across pretty easily.
And as I'm looking at the map, I will point out you can get some really good mushrooms here. This is a good place to. But for things that you want to smoke, you got to go to this area.
She says, well, I do love some good mushrooms for potion craft, though I'm assuming you meant it
Right.
for other reasons.
No, potion craft.
Alright, so let me roll some stuff for your journey. Feel free to do some RP while I handle this.
Well, it's probably like quieter than she was in town. Like, she was pretty chatty and everything. But she's probably just a little kind of dragging her feet a little bit.
Because she has to go see the elders.
Yeah.
Seems possibly a bit concerned. All right. So you are approaching the bridge area after several hours of travel. I guess Una, with your passive perception, you would notice the tree, or one of the trees as you pass by, has some arrows stuck in the backside of it. Survival might tell you some more info here,
Hey, Alette.
if anyone
Alette,
has it.
look at that. Look at that over there.
What,
She
what
point
is
out
it?
the arrows. She
I
point out
guess
the
I would check it
arrows.
out.
Alright, so yeah, survival would tell the group some more. Anyone who wants can make this check.
Okay.
So these arrows look like they are, or they were fired recently, and you would notice there are tracks here. With your check, you think a battle may have occurred. There may have been, someone may have been attacked in the area. Knowledge nature might give you some more information.
These arrows look like the kind your people used, Alette?
I'll make a roll, even though my survival check was bad.
Yeah, she would. Alette would point it out to Bud, like, Bud, what do you think is going on here?
All right, let's see if it does this right. I'm supposed to add my wisdom modifier to nature checks. Let's see if it does it. Oh, it looks like it did. Yeah.
So it looks to you like goblin arrows.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, these are definitely not the kind my people use, but I do. Yeah.
No, those are the kind that goblins use. Ooh,
Goblins?
that's not
Oh.
good.
Deluvia
That's
curses. She says they might be in the area. You should definitely keep an
Yeah.
eye out.
All right.
You have that sometimes.
Maybe we should move more stealthily.
She
Yeah.
looks at the group. She says, are you all good at stealthing? I know I could
I'm
stay pretty hidden within the trees, but some of you
I'm
have a
pretty
good amount of
at,
armor.
I'm pretty
We
good
all-
at staying hidden.
I look to the professor.
He shrugs. I'm okay at it.
She says, all right, well, I guess we can do our best.
Maybe we can surprise them instead of the other way around.
She says, yes, if we're lucky. All right, so I'll take
No,
up
actually,
to... Yeah.
If we're wanting to make sure we know what's ahead, right?
Yeah.
He reaches into his it kind of like opens up his the left side of his cloak with his left hand, and he like reaches in with his right hand, and his hand kind of just like folds into his cloak, like there's like a dimensional rift there. Kind of just like looks like it's going into his cloak, like a magician going into like a top hat or something. And he like sticks his whole arm in there and grabs something and pulls it out, and he pulls his imp out. Hey, I need help.
What? No.
Can you go
Yes,
scout for me?
of course, master.
Do we see this?
Oh.
Yeah, you see it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
So the...
Oh, it's in imp form?
well, I guess, do you have knowledge, arcana?
No, I'm asking, is that the form that it's in now, or is it in its raven form?
It'd be in its imp form since it was just chilling, but then like...
Okay. I would just like, that's the weirdest looking bird I've ever seen.
And as soon as you say that, I kind of like, I whisper to it like, hey, something else.
What?
I think there's something else.
Oh. Ah! So there's a puff of smoke, and now he looks like a bird.
Wait a minute.
Ah! 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 Oh, that's not something
Amazing.
you
Where are we keeping that thing?
see every day.
What's his
Olivia
name?
says.
In my clothes, didn't you see?
And
He just says like very matter of factly, like, duh.
So the bird is at this point going to take off and kind of fly towards where Deluvia was talking about. He may have been listening to your conversation.
I am going to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna warg into it.
All right. So you take, well, not take control, but you look through the imp's eyes as it flies over the trees, scanning the areas below. Caw, caw. Have the imp give me a stealth check at advantage. Might be set to whisper. You might have to set it to not if it is set to whisper.
Let me see. Oh, he does have a plus and still. It is set to whisper.
Okay.
Do you want me to reroll it, or do you want to take?
No, I can use this. Just when you get a chance, set it to normal. So the imp is flying above towards the bridge, which is actually not much further ahead. You would see there are a couple of people who are badly wounded, tied up to a tree, and several goblins in the area, kind of moving about near the
Near the
bridge.
bridge? Okay.
You don't think any of them have noticed the bird, or if they did, they didn't think much of the raven. It's flying pretty high up. But it does look like they have a few... Actually, give me a stealth check. Or, sorry, not stealth. Give me a perception active. See what he notices. You can use yours and his.
And or?
Both, because you're looking independently.
Okay. So his is just gonna be a wisdom check, I guess.
Can I
And
cast
then-
guidance on him, or would I not know he's doing that?
I mean, you probably wouldn't necessarily know. You would just see him warging unless you would have done it just as he's doing this.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
so you would notice several well-hidden goblin scouts near the bridge, keeping an eye out. So they are a little ways away from them. There's where kind of the main force of goblins is. There's about 10 of them total. 3 scouts and 7 goblins.
I just, sorry, I do want to point out the way that guidance works now. You could cast it on him and then he can use it multiple times over the course of a minute. Right. So
I see.
if we know that he's going to be like scouting or something out, like either one of us could cast guidance on him.
Great.
And let him just use it as he sees fit.
Now, can you do it as a reaction? I forget.
No. I thought they were going to let you do that, but no.
So it is,
It's still an action.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
And now since we've got 2 of you that have it, one could cast it on me and one could cast it on my imp.
That's true.
We'd
have to do it before your imp left.
Well, yeah. I mean, just for
yeah.
next time. But that's cool, actually. Okay.
All right. So, were you saying something, Lazard?
Can I, when I'm like looking through my familiar senses, can I still talk?
Yes.
Okay. He kind of recollects that. He says like he's talking kind of quietly because he's like, he's looking through the imp's eyes, so he's just like, to him he's like, right, like, I don't want the goblins to hear me, but you hear him quietly tell like, hey, there's up ahead a tree next to the bridge. There's a few people that are hurt, tied up to it with goblins surrounding them. But I think it's a trap. There's 3 scouts that are hidden by the bridge. I feel like this is an ambush.
Are the scouts like each on their own, or like a couple of them together, or?
Are they spread out, or are they like all in the same place?
So they're in a very bushy area, about 30 feet from the bridge.
But the 3 scouts are all
they
together.
are together, yes, hiding in the brush.
Yeah, they're all
Oh
together.
darn! If there was one on their own, I bet I could sneak up and take care of it.
But there's about 10 of them total.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Mm.
Do the people that are hurt look like they might be able to fight a little bit?
Can I tell how bad they're hurt from my bird?
And whether they're warriors?
Well, they're tied up. You're pretty far away, so you don't know the extent of their injuries. One of them might be dead, but you're up high, so you just see kind of these bloodied individuals.
I can get
Well, what do you
close enough
think?
without being suspicious. I think that Size. I feel like this is the type of thing goblins would do. Trap for adventurers, but I think that if we can get the jump on them, then I think we'll be fine. Especially since we know that they have ambush waiting.
Yeah, if we come up behind the guards, as long as they don't know we're there until it's too late, then at least we take out the advance warning for the others, and then we're right there on top of the guards to maybe finish them off before the others can get to us.
Rogan says, well, if we can kill their scouts quietly, we can take them out, then move on to the main camp. Though if the scouts see us, they'll probably call for help, and we'll have to fight them in the reinforcements. Or we can hit the main camp first, but they're almost certainly to call for their scouts before we can kill them all.
Is the so the scouts, they're on the same side of the bridge as the other goblins?
Yeah, so the goblins, like I said, the scouts are hiding in the brush about 30 feet from the bridge. And about 90 feet from them, kind of deeper in the forest, is where the main, maybe a camp. I'll say, yeah, there was like some tents there, but like the main goblin camp is. And where
Hey,
the
Bob,
prisoners are being held.
I've heard that some druids can like walk through the forest and even like step on branches and crunchy leaves and not make a sound. Can you do that?
Oh, I'm not one of those, but I can be pretty quiet.
Deluvia says, remember, druid in training.
Hey, me.
Just saying, you said it, not me.
Well,
Oh, right.
Maybe this adventure will be good change.
Sounds like we should definitely try and take out the scouts before they run off and get help.
Well, unless we want to look for a way to ford the river somewhere, but this is definitely the easiest way.
Who's if there's some of us who aren't so sure about being able to get close to the scouts without being seen or heard, then maybe we could sort of split up, not far away, but like kind of be in two groups, and kind of come in from different directions. That way, if one group is heard, the other group can still surprise.
My magic has a pretty far range, so I don't mind being back away.
Here,
What if
and
we
let me give you, since you're looking through the bird's eye, I can give you a view of the area. It might help you tactically.
What if we misdirect them a little? Does anyone here have? I mean, I could
Maybe the birds.
I could whisper in one of their minds and make it sound like one of their buddies has insulted them. You know,
That would be fun.
inside a little drama.
I can make some noises that might draw some of them away, or
What about the funny bird that changes shapes? Maybe it could do a distraction as well.
Alright. So this is sort of the area where the brush is. Over here is where the goblin scouts are hiding in the brush there. Down the road past there is where the bridge is, if you can kind of continue on the path. And to the east is where the goblin camp is in a different area. So you would be approaching, well, you can approach from wherever you want, but right now, the easiest way to approach would be from over here. This is the direction you're coming in. So I'll say Lizard would kind of explain a little bit about the area and what he sees. And that party token is kind of the bird flying overhead.
Okay, if I have the bird fly over here, can I get him to see how treacherous of a climb down this would possibly be?
Sure. So he flies over that way.
It's pretty. That if we approach from there and climb down, we'll have cover to try and jump the scouts. I don't know how difficult of a climb this is.
Here, it's much further from the goblins and the camp, and then there's cover down here.
So this is about a 20-foot drop. It's pretty treacherous. Climbing wise, it'd probably be like a DC, maybe 10 without rope.
With rope?
With rope, it would be like a DC 5 if someone was holding.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, there's still
And
handhold.
we've
It's not like
got-
a sheer surface or anything.
Yeah, we've got guidance and stuff, so
And is there cover during the climb?
No, so
Is it
when
all
you're
like
climbing, it
stone?
would be out in the open.
What about on the other side?
Where I mean, there's cover up here in this bush, but as you're climbing down, it would just be against the rock face.
I meant like, yeah.
I could use my imp to distract them while we climb down. You know, it could use its invisibility and make noise in the other direction to get them to turn their back.
Well, how far away is the goblin camp from here?
It's about 90 to 120 feet away, so a couple of rounds if they called for enforcements or reinforcements. Alright, so what do you want to do? Rogan says, well, we do have a lot of cover approaching from the cliffs. But yeah, I mean, if it turns into a firefight with arrows or ranged weapons, they'll probably bring all their buddies in.
Well, I said I can get the imp to if I get the imp to be invisible and whisper in their ears or make noises just south of them a little bit, just to get the scouts' attention. They might be busy with that and not notice it.
The imp says, you're going to get me killed, aren't you?
Yeah, I can just summon you back, though, right?
He says, it still doesn't mean I like losing my corporeal form in your head. He would say this so no one else hears. And he says, well,
I have faith in you.
Oh, and you are subtracting the components each time you summon it, right?
Yeah.
I think it's like 5 to 10 maho of arcane components. Or incenses if you have those.
Which, yeah, I would have to buy the incense for the...
Yeah.
Just look how much that is. I think it's like 10 gold worth of...
Yeah, it's 5 or 10, I forget. But yeah, each time you cast it, you do have to spend that. So it's not completely free. I forget, did you get... I think you got some components from the church, didn't you? Or maybe it was your wizard who got them. I don't know. But yeah, just to keep in mind, those components can be used to...
Oh, no. Sorry, I didn't... Yeah, I had those in my inventory.
The arcane components?
Yeah. So yeah, it was 45 maho worth, 1/2 CR rating.
Can Bud use arcane components?
Oh, so those were the essence, or wait, were those the essence?
Oh, the shadow essence. Yeah.
Okay, so those, those can be made into components, but those wouldn't be the actual components. Yeah.
Sorry, I've been playing a non-spellcaster for so long.
That's all right. I like to make everything really complicated, so it's my fault. Really.
I think it could be worse. I've seen much more complicated systems.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I would offer that to anyone who...
The shadow essence?
Making it into actual components, is that something I can do with an herbalism kit, or does that require Arcana
undead
knowledge?
components can be made into undead essence can be made into religious components, which wouldn't do as much good unless you are a divine caster. But you can, with your herbalist kit, you can turn natural components or natural essences into nature components.
If we go gather
you don't consider druidic magic to be divine?
No, druidic is primal, from my understanding. Yeah, it's channeled through the earth, not through a god, through a Gaian, basically.
Okay. So yeah, I'll offer this to someone who might be
I
able
don't know
to
if
use
anyone
it.
in our party uses religious components, honestly.
Yeah, not
Yet.
yet. Could be of use later,
But
though,
just
for
hang
other
on to them because they
reasons.
could be of value, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so Lazard, you said you're going to send your imp in to distract?
How much of
Yeah.
the details do you give us, or do you draw us a little map, or like how detailed do we understand the approach here?
I'll assume
I would,
Lazard... Yeah, go ahead.
I would describe it in detail, and then I would also like, I temporarily like unwarg out of my imp to like grab a stick and like draw the approach and like the terrain with a stick.
Mm.
On the
All right, so
ground.
he takes a
Well, then my
few...
question would be whether or not there's more cover or an easier path over here.
Oh, by the
Not
way,
that
it's about 1:30 in the afternoon right now.
If we come from there, though, well, I mean, we'll be at about here. We'll be seen by everybody, and then the scouts will
Well, that
have enough distance to book it.
maybe, but I thought that would be when we would do the distraction. No matter which way we're coming from, we're gonna try and make them look the other way, right?
But if we climb down here, there's immediately brush when we drop. Is the bonus, and it's just a short little area to the next brush. And
Rogan
we're hopefully be able to survive.
Rogan says, do you think you stealthier characters could get down there and take them out quietly?
There might even be some cover along here, just because if that's raised ground,
Yeah, I mean,
then
you
we
could
might
probably
be
get
able
up
to
to
go.
this bush here without being
But
seen.
it's still going to be a stretch that
But,
we're.
I mean, they purposefully, like, have open area between them and the bushes to
Yeah. Okay.
keep an eye out.
I mean, if there's a distraction that lets us cover the last bit of open ground, then I think I could get pretty close, but I can't take out 3.
So while
Not
you are stealthing, you don't necessarily... Well, when your enemy is unaware, if you're stealthing, you don't necessarily need to remain in cover as long as you end your turn in cover, because they're not looking everywhere if they don't know you're there.
Are there any spots along these stretches that, like, are there stones and bushes and crags, or is it pretty open?
This is probably the furthest you can get. But if you manage to keep your stealth scores high, like you could probably rush up on them without being seen.
All right.
Uh,
Well, then
as long as you can see them, so you know where they're looking, because they're not always looking in the same direction.
And if the bird is watching them, then we can see them, right? Or at least
Yeah. So the bird has an idea of where they are right now. Yeah.
Communicate they've turned. Yeah. All right. I mean, I guess okay. Let's do the professor's plan. I can get close, but someone should come with me too,
I
because
can-
3's a lot.
Yeah, I can get
Well,
I
I'm
can
not
get close with
stealthy.
you. Yeah, I can get close with you.
At Deluvia or Rogan? Not stealthy.
Rogan.
Okay.
Rogan, do you have
Deluvia
a
says, or go ahead.
Hey, Rogan, do you have a bow?
He says, I have javelins. I'm not the most dexy.
I have a bow.
Do you know
Says,
how to use a bow?
He says, of course I know how to use a bow. I just don't I don't do as well with it. I'm better at
Well, for
close
this
to
though, it
mid-range.
might help if you can put an arrow through one of their eyes just as soon as we're noticed and the fray begins.
Alright. So you guys are approaching this area. You've decided to move in.
At least
I think we
Yeah,
probably
we want
want
to approach and
let's stay pretty far back until we have to come forward. You know,
Yeah,
any
'cause the idea
options
is
for
to-
cover? Yeah.
it's to come down here, so we drop into the bush.
Okay.
Stick to as much cover as we can when we're crossing. You know, across the top there, heading eastward and then down.
Oh, I have to make a token for Bud. I guess because I changed.
Whoever's the best at climbing could maybe like put the rope there first, and then the rest of us can use a rope tied around a tree or something.
be Rogan, maybe. Climbing is athletics, right?
Yes, climbing is athletics, although falling is acrobatics. So if you're trying to
So I
tumble,
guess
if you're
we
trying to
just
jump
we
and
tie
like,
a rope.
yeah,
If we tie a rope around a tree at the top, then we could just lower it down. I guess none of us will have to climb unless we want to.
Yeah, I can just do a little
oh,
acrobatic flip.
who wants to control Rogan? He's only level 1. He's pretty simple.
So what's this class?
He is
Fighter?
kind of like a fighter barbarian mix.
I could probably do that. If, I
Alright.
mean,
All yours, Carly.
It'd only be
okay.
for combat.
Yeah, I mean, this seems pretty simple. Yeah, just for combat. Good. Okay.
You don't have to RP him or anything.
Should
Alright,
go
you
kind
should
of
be
in
able
two
to
small
see his
groups?
sheet.
like stay a little bit apart, or are we all going to stay together?
I think
I
I,
mean,
can. I think. Let me measure something out. I should be able to. At least for the scouts, once you kind of make, kind of reveal them, I should be able to ping them for my spells up top, and then after that, I'll climb down and join for the rest of the battle.
What about you, Deluvia? Are you going to stay at the top or come down with us?
Oh, I guess she's not really. She's background for the battle anyway, right?
Yeah, so she'll probably assist with arrows, we'll say, like from the background.
Okay. Let's go then.
Rogan says, "Alright, well, just remember, I warned you I'm not stealthy, so I probably shouldn't get too close if you guys are sneaking
yeah.
down."
Okay.
Yeah,
We can
hang
just kind
back.
of be in the reserve. Stick to the brush. Watch for twigs.
Caw, caw. Some birds fly over.
So
I would have my
Mhm.
my bow out as well at the moment. Oh, although that's gonna be hard to switch out in combat, but that's okay.
Una has a dagger in each hand. It's not going to help until we get close. Well, no, I guess she's going to have to climb, so she probably doesn't have anything out yet. Yeah.
Alright, so I'll say your imp. It's kind of up in the trees. Over here.
I'm over there.
Kind of keeping an eye on things.
Let me know, like, should we be moving or should we be waiting for you to call for rolls or what have you?
Right now you can be moving. Just be wary of where you move, because certain movements could trigger, that you're seen or need a roll. But yeah, if you're moving this far up, you're pretty far away, so you're still good. Is Lazard staying back?
Oh, sorry. I was trying to.
Thing just appeared on the map down at the southeast.
There's
So,
an imp up
just-
in the tree.
Oh, you know what? I think it's the lighting. I think the lighting changed when I moved. I was like, what the heck's going on down there? But it's there's weird lighting like happening down here. Okay. I was like, what?
Donning a shield is an action, correct? Just making
Yes,
sure, is that right?
strap it on,
Okay, so
and
there's a chance I
doffing.
might not have my shield for this, but that's okay.
Doffing one is also an action. So as
Yeah,
you,
right now she's got her bow out.
if you're going to walk up to the edge here, where the bushes are, I would need a stealth roll if you're getting that close.
I was gonna do it like where we have the shortest distance to brush, right here.
Okay, so you're fine until you get to the edge of the cliff. Then I would need a stealth roll to see if you're noticed. Okay, so as you carefully make your way through the bushes, I'll give you advantage on this roll because you're pretty far away and up high.
Oof.
Okay,
Crappy roll.
let me
I'm
look at
trying to find it
something.
on my sheet. There it is.
Good job of that.
Alright,
Right,
so
I could
you
cast
are
test.
very quiet. Una may have made some noise. Let me check something.
I would have cast guidance, but I wasn't sure if it would create
Yeah,
noise, and
there's a
it would
verbal
probably.
component.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Okay.
I
I
don't think
figured
I'm
with a
gonna
plus
do that.
7, I was relatively safe, but
So it doesn't look like there's any movement from the brush down below.
so I
If
would
they,
probably just give it a pause for a few rounds just to make sure that any additional noise don't alert them further or anything, you know. We're in the
Yeah.
forest, so I'm sure there's little noises around, you know.
oh yeah, there's and you can get closer, Alette. You could get up to the
Okay.
edge there.
And then
So,
I
yeah.
would say maybe Alette might be the one to go ahead and try and tie the rope stealthily while we're standing here, or I can help.
Yeah.
whatever you think.
Would I be able to tie a? Oh yeah. Would I? So I'm tying the rope up here. Yeah, I can do that. But
So
she's
you
not. She's planning on just doing an acrobatics.
you could try to acrobatics to tumble down, like kind of
Would
drop
that
it.
be
We want
less
to make it
stealthy than
easier on the
climbing?
other people. Yeah.
Well, you'd have to make a stealth check as part of it, but that would give
Okay.
you movement to transverse that area if you wanted to
Can we
just use
assist each other?
acrobatics.
But she will. She will tie the rope here for everyone.
Is there any way that I can assist with the stealth on that?
No, it would
Oh,
just be
she's
2
fine.
different stealth checks, because I assume you're both going.
Well, I'm talking about like us getting the rope in place for the rest of the party.
Oh, I mean, there's not really a roll for that. You just say you tie the
Okay.
rope to the
Perfect.
base of the bush there. It's pretty.
Okay.
It seems like it's a pretty strong anchor. You think it should hold.
All right.
You probably don't want
that,
to
and then
drop it down yet, though.
We could lower it slowly, or no?
Well, if someone looked over here, they might notice a rope hanging from the side of the cliff.
Oh,
yeah, I
okay,
guess
so
I'll
we'll
leave it
back
coiled up
there.
for the whoever wants to do the first.
All right, so give
Climb down.
me acrobatics, the 2 of you. For acrobatics, the DC here for just a 10-foot drop is like 5.
Oof.
Okay, I don't think I can.
Oh yeah, I don't think I can fail that either. Okay.
Okay, so you drop down to the first ledge, kind of do a tumble. Now I need stealth checks.
All right, when I see them go over, I would probably try to run across.
At this point,
brush
can
as
I
well.
have my imp do a distraction to make some noise while invisible to maybe give them advantage on stealth checks, or at least maybe give the goblins
Certainly
disadvantage on
not
their
from his
perception
current
checks?
location.
Well, he'd probably have to move. They already rolled really well. So I'm gonna say, yeah, you kind of do a jump, drop down, like kind of tuck and roll as you hit, and then quickly continue the motion to go over the second drop, ending down in the bushes here, and actually very quiet as you do so. As for your imp, in the future you can do something, but at this point they're already down there. And he's also right above them, so that wouldn't help them. You'd have to move first.
I mean, we knew we were approaching from this direction, so would he have placed himself there?
Well, he was up above, kind of watching the goblins. I didn't know he was going to be doing distractions. He can go wherever you want to ask him to go. But currently
Okay,
he is
yeah,
hidden
I'll-
up there,
Okay, yeah, I'll have him go invisible and fly over to the goblins.
kind of above where they are. Oh wait, those are in the, they so he was just, those are bushes, so he's just going to go in the bushes and kind of be in there with them.
Yeah, since he can go invisible, he can just watch. No, that way he'll know exactly where they are.
All right, give me a stealth check as he enters the bushes.
Right, opening his character sheet. Does he have advantage since he's invisible?
Yeah, sure, I'll give him advantage.
Oof.
10.
And I'll make a stealth check for running across.
Oh, damn, he's a +5.
That's how
Alright.
I felt.
Oof.
Oh my word.
Alright, so Bud
Ignorant
makes
Goblin,
some
yeah.
noise.
But
He's
is not
moving
a
over.
quiet druid.
So in the bushes, the goblins are just kind of sitting there. Your imp comes in. They They kind of see some leaves rustling, but they don't seem to think much of it. However, now they heard some like cracking of, I'll say you stepped on a branch or something as you were going in the bushes, and all three
I
of them
probably
kind of
grunted a couple of times too.
all three of them are kind of
Mm.
looking north now. Are you looking
I have
through the
my,
imps' eyes?
Not now, but I'd telepathically tell it, like, hey, can you do a distraction and get their attention away from the north? Because I would try and have him move a little south of the goblins and make some noise.
Okay. So, what skill is he going to use to make his distraction?
Good question. Let me see. Who do you have?
Or ability check. I'm not sure if he has any skills.
Yeah, he has a +4 in deception. Maybe try and like mimic one of the goblins' voices, like, "Hey, asshole."
All right. So give me a deception check. Okay.
Oh,
So the goblins who are kind of looking north now look back in the southern direction. And you said that in common?
The languages the Sam speak.
If he does not speak goblin, so
Yeah, you probably speak what, infernal and common.
So
um,
one of the goblins kind of draws his knife, looks at the other ones, and moves in the direction he heard the noise. Give me a stealth check. As he's looking around.
Alette is gonna cast message in Goblin. They it's like, I don't know, you're such an idiot, or something like that. I don't know what I can. I'd say something to, like, in Goblin, trying to sound like one of the other goblins, like saying like, yeah, there's nothing there, you idiot. Like,
are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, not the best start here. All right. So you're casting message. Go ahead and link message.
sure.
No,
It's
no
got
verbal feedback.
material and somatic. Yes. Oh, details there.
Oh, I hate this sheet so much. It didn't tell me anything I wanted to know. All right.
Material and
So
got material
what
and
is
somatic.
the
Yeah,
range?
they removed the verbal component
There we
from
go.
message.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, I wasn't sure which thing to. Oh, I see. That's the little.
yeah, I needed the
comment thing.
duration, the range, all that stuff.
Cool. Yeah.
All right.
That's, I see the little comment bubble now. For that.
All right. So as they're kind of moving towards the imp's location, you cast message.
I'm speaking in Goblin, trying to sound like one of the other goblins,
All
calling
right.
him an idiot for.
I guess
for
give
getting tricked
me
by.
deception.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So this goblin.
And she does speak Goblin.
Yeah, the goblin kind of looks around confused. Give me initiative rolls at this
Seeing-
point.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. All right, that works.
Darn.
I'll roll for the imp. So one of the goblins says there's something here in Goblin. I guess only you would hear it because he's kind of whispering if you're looking through the imp's eyes. But you, so I guess, what are your passive perceptions currently? I don't think. Oh, Una has
It's
a
supposed to
15.
be
So Una,
perception.
you are the only one right now who can see the goblins with a 15. They're actually not, like, they're not super hidden, but 13 wouldn't be enough. So you would see the 3 of them right now.
So
Oh.
Alette might not have been able to cast message then.
Well,
Can
it doesn't
Alette
say
see
as
me?
message that you have to see the target.
Okay.
Nice.
It just says towards a creature within range, and you whisper
Can
a
Alette
message.
see Una?
Huh?
Can Alette see Una?
Yeah, you guys could see each other.
I'm going
Also-
to look, like, catch her eye, and then I'll point, like, 3, and I'll kind of give the the 3 directions, and like kind of try and zero her in as best I can, like some little extra hint of where to focus to help her, to guide her a bit until she gets closer.
All right, so you're kind of just giving signals to Una right now, or to Alette. The goblin will go next. He's going to make an active...
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was my turn.
Okay, well, what
I'm
do you want to
sorry.
do?
Yeah, she would definitely try to move forward. She's gonna... Is she still stealthing, or would she have to stealth as an action?
She's still stealthing. You see now, like, they've kind of been alerted. Like, they don't know exactly... It looks like they're looking for something, or maybe, like, they think they saw something in the bushes. So they are kind of distracted right now.
In their bushes, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I would go until just before these bushes start to thin out, so I still have cover.
Yeah.
And then I would
They're
cunning
alert
action
now,
hide.
so they are keeping an eye out. And your
Okay.
last stealth check would be the one you're using. So I think it's like 20
Which was
something.
yeah. All right, and then I would use my bonus action to hide again to make sure that I stay hidden.
Oh, you're still hidden. You don't have to hide again.
Okay. All right. Then that I would take out 2 daggers. Can I do one as my action and one as my item interaction?
This is the stealth icon, just FYI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think in the new rules you can draw daggers as part, or draw weapons as part of an attack, right?
Yep.
Oh, probably. Yeah, so she may not even need to draw both. But I would go ahead, since I'm not doing anything this turn, any attacks this turn. She's just making sure she's ready. So, but she's hidden and armed.
All right,
That's all.
so she moves forward, pulls out her knives, and is kind of looking, I guess, for an opening as you see the creatures creeping. So this one definitely is looking towards where the imp is. He thinks he heard something. So he says, "What do you mean? I don't see anything." In
I
Goblin.
forgot to have Rogan roll for initiative.
Sure, put Rogan in. Actually, so you think they're saying something to each other. And he is going to... You don't hear exactly what he says, but you hear a thwunk as his short bow fires. Firing something. The arrow will whiz through the air and just kind of fly. The other one seems annoyed and whispers something back. Again, only Una can see this right now. So the other one is looking around, and he is going to draw his weapon and kind of slash at the bushes where he thinks he saw something moving. What's your imp's AC?
AC is...
What is it?
Alright, so, was expecting to open it. The sheet, it is 13.
Alright, that's what I thought. So, a imp would be struck. Even with disadvantage, a 14, I believe, will hit him. Doing 3 points of slashing as the creature kind of hisses.
He does have damage resistance.
Oh, what's his damage resistance?
Cold, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical attacks that aren't silvered.
Alright, so he would take 1 point then. It's like, ah, as he kind of hisses at the goblin a little from the pain. And the goblin would say something angrily and end his turn. So your imp took 1, because yeah, it would be halved. Lazard.
Are the goblins out in the open yet, or
They are still in the bushes. Technically, only Una would see them right now. So
In the
they would be considered, like, you kind of know where they are by the noises, but they would be considered invisible to you right now. So you'd be at disadvantage if you were attacking them.
Okay, weird question then. If I was able to look through my imp's eyes, would I be able to attack them?
Ooh, that would be really weird because you'd be like up on the cliff, but like seeing and hearing through. I
Yeah.
think
That's a little
I think
tricky.
that would still be disadvantage.
So I think you have to use
Like
your
I think
action
that would
to
actually be
use it.
harder because you'd be trying to like fire and like not seeing exactly where you're aiming. But to attack
Okay.
them, you would have to get to the cliff face. You couldn't attack them from
Okay.
where you were.
So, but I could attack them from the cliff face. It just would be at disadvantage.
Yes, but you if you want to remain unnoticed, you'd have to stealth up there because you're still back.
Yeah. Alright, here goes nothing.
Because currently, as far as you know, the goblins only know about the imp. They probably don't know anyone else
they
is here. At least
okay.
as far as you know.
Like they heard something from Bud, but then they also heard the stuff much closer from the imp, so that's what they're focused on at the moment.
Oh, is the 2024 imp different?
Yep.
Resistant to
imp-
cold
imp
and immune
familiar?
to fire and poison.
They haven't released the new monster manual yet.
The stat block for familiars and animals, wild shapes, is in the back of the player's handbook.
Oh, so it does. That would make sense because, you know, they would want to have that available. So I think he would have taken the 3 damage.
What? New imps don't have damage immunity or damage resistance?
Only cold.
Cold's resistance and immune to fire and poison.
They got rid of a lot of the. I think they got rid of all of the, except from non-magical weapons, or resistance from non-magical weapons thing. We'll know we'll know when we get the full monster manual, but I think they
Yeah.
did away with that completely.
Alright,
That
so
sucks.
so he's still pretty healthy. But yeah, what do you want to do, Lazard?
Can I can I hold my movement to move up to the edge of the cliff once the rest of the party has?
Yeah, you can ready a dash if you want.
Yeah, I'll already a dash until.
So remember, you can only
basically-
move. So you might want to move first, because remember, you can only move up to your speed. So you might want to start moving to get a little closer, because I think you're more than 30 feet
okay.
from the cliff. Alright, so you move forward and ready a dash. The other goblin is going to go. Again, it's kind of like saying something and seems annoyed and is looking around nervously. It will pull out its scimitar, kind of move south, 5, 10, and then dash, getting ready to like swipe around and try to figure out what's in the brush. Okay, that's it for them. Alette. So you hear a bunch of movement in the brush up ahead, and yeah, like see the kind of branches swaying as something is moving through. What do you want to do?
Okay.
You don't see
Stealth
any of the
forward.
goblins yet.
Okay, she's just gonna sneak forward if possible.
Yeah, so you
Um,
continue stealthing through the brush.
Okay, don't see anything yet.
Not with your passive perception. You could make an active to try to see them. That would be
Yeah,
your
with that-
action, though.
That'd be my action.
Unless they changed
gonna-
it, but I think, yeah, that would be your action.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm trying to decide if it's worth it for her to even have her bow right now, because she's gonna want to just charge in probably.
Well, I wonder if does the new cunning action allow you to do a search as a bonus action or no?
I think Cunning, I'm not sure if
Hang on, I'll check it.
well, she's
Yeah,
a
Una might be
fighter,
able to
so
beat him.
Una might
Yeah.
be able to. But
Oh, whoops.
No, the new cunning action.
Oh, you don't get.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a sneaky kind of fighter. Yeah, I think she's gonna use her action just to switch back to her shield.
all right, so she straps her shield in place. I guess stowing her bow as her item interaction.
Yeah, because I just feel like she's just gonna want to run in there.
All right. So what is the imp gonna do besides be annoyed at this situation?
Ooh. Down where he is.
Guide them out into open ground. I don't know if they would go though.
So you can't see
He's-
through his eyes anymore.
Yeah, so he's invisible, so he doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, right?
No. And yeah, hitting him doesn't necessarily get him out of invis. You would have to do something to lose invisibility.
Just to check one thing, how many hit points does it say that an imp has?
Alright.
10?
Oh, wow.
Oh, the new one has 21.
Oh, well, there you go.
So that probably
Ooh,
makes
okay.
the lack of resistance feel a
I
little
see.
better.
Yes, it does. Jesus, I was gonna say like real.
So he has 21. You might want to change the stat block.
Yeah, his AC is 13. If
So
I
is
can
he
tell you the rest of the stuff if you need it.
is he trying to stealth as he moves, or is he just quickly moving through the brush?
He's gonna try and stealth.
Okay, give me a stealth check. Uses his action to try to get away quietly as they're all slashing at the bushes.
Nice.
So he is very quiet as he sneaks through the brush. It's, something in Goblin as they're thinking they're under attack by bugs or something.
Is Alette close enough to hear the goblin words yet?
I don't know if she speaks Goblin.
He does.
Oh,
That's a
Alette.
horrible thing for
Sorry, I
one
thought you meant
message.
Una. Alette
Oh,
does
yeah.
not, probably wouldn't hear them.
Okay, yeah, she doesn't have good perception.
Alright, so is that where he's moving to?
Yeah, he's moved there, and he's still kind of like making. He kind of like he's stealthing so that they don't, they can't find him. But he's still kind of like trying to distract and make noises to like make sure that their attention stays not on the north.
Okay. Bud.
All right. Is this difficult terrain that I'm in?
I'll say you can move through the brush there normal.
All right, 5, 10, and then I will try to quietly drop down onto this ledge.
Alright, give me a either acrobatics or athletics, your choice, if you're going down.
Yeah, doesn't matter. There
Alright,
we go.
so yeah, you kind of grab the rope and start making your way down. And give me a stealth check again. Trying to be quiet. Alright, so yeah, you are able to make your way down and land down in here with a 20 stealth. Go ahead and mark yourself
Alright.
as stealthy.
All right, and that was all of my movement, I believe.
And your action to
That's
stealth.
It's the boot.
Okay, it's the
Donna.
boot, right? It's the
It's
boot.
this all the boot.
That's- I don't. Since I don't want to make any noise right now, I will not cast Shillelagh yet. I will just hang out here.
Alright, what about Rogan? Is he doing anything?
He's gonna stealth across the bushes, hopefully. Hopefully they're distracted enough to help them out. And let's see, stealth check. Guess that'll just be a dex check then.
Okay.
So, are they distracted enough for that to be a 19, or is that a 6?
So... yeah, I'll say the imp is doing enough of a distraction, so they're not currently... they currently don't see him.
Especially
Okay,
since
and-
the imp noises are so close.
And I guess, so that was his movement. For his action, I suppose, could he climb down?
Yeah, so again, acrobatics or athletics.
Gonna do athletics, because he's
That's-
got
yeah.
muscles.
Oh, so he quickly makes his way down the rope, joining Bud in the brush. Though he is not well hidden at the moment.
Okay, that is fine. Okay, I gotta move down. Oh, thank you.
And at this point, you can do your reaction if you want, Lazard.
Alright.
So you dash up to the edge there,
Of course.
being fairly stealthy. I don't know if you can make a stealth check because we're in rounds now, so you would just dash
Oh,
up
okay.
there.
That's fine.
Luckily, the goblins so far have not noticed as they are distracted. New round, Una.
All right, so I can still see the goblins, correct?
Yeah.
And where are the humans that are tied up?
Oh, they're nowhere near here. They're over at the
Okay,
camp.
right. And the goblins are currently still looking for the imp. They have their backs to us.
Yes. So, well, they're aware because, like,
Right.
they're worried. Like, they know something's up, so they're keeping an eye out. So at this
I
point,
will-
they might notice you this close if you try to move in on them, because there's no cover between you and the brush there. Could shoot at them with advantage, but yeah, if you move into the open, they might notice you. I'll say
And
the
they all
stealth
go-
difficulty would be
They
higher.
all go before my companions go. So I think I'm going to ready a dash for when Alette runs in. Because I don't want to be over there with them all before my people get closer.
Okay. So that would be it for you. You ready your dash. The goblin is going to come over. And you said your imp is making noise, right? He's not completely hidden.
Yeah, to try and keep their attention down south.
Alright, so he is going to go towards where the noise is. Take a swing at disadvantage. Swiping at the area, 19 will strike. That was a really good roll with disadvantage. So he hits him for another 6 slashing.
These fucking crack shot goblins here, crying.
That's it for the goblin. The other goblin is also going to go towards the noise. Swiping at disadvantage. Okay, that's going to miss.
Except
Lazard,
the imp has. They have 20 health or 21 health for the imp?
21. So he took a total of, I think, 9 damage so far.
Yeah, okay.
So they are still distracted, but yeah, unfortunately the distraction is making them more aware of his location. So Lazard, what are you going to do? You can't see them, but you do see the bushes moving, so you have an idea where the goblins are.
They're changing its HP did not change its HP like at all in the token. Like it's
I think you have to manually edit the token. I can do that.
like I put it at 21, but it has the mark where it's just like, oh, it's your max HP is still 10. And I edited it on the sheet as well, but
Hang on, I'll change it. So how much did he take? 9. So he's at
Yeah.
12 currently. All right, there you go.
okay, cool. Okay, so I just want to make sure I'm showing correctly.
Actually,
will-
you know what? I'll say with them moving around, you can see them now. So they are revealed to everyone. Because they haven't been stealthing as they're going for your imp, so you would see them moving through the bushes. They have cover from the bushes,
Okay.
but they're not stealthed.
Okay, I'm going for. I'm gonna hold my action to shoot this closest one as soon as after my imp goes.
So you ready a spell? You're concentrating on something?
Yeah, I'm readying an Eldritch Blast. I'm holding
Alright.
it in my hand.
So you chant summoning the magic, readying the spell. Luckily they have bad passive perception, so they did not notice that. The goblin, you will see, will move down here and also slashing at the brush. He will miss, however, as the imp scurries out of the way. Alette.
Okay.
So they all seem to have they all have like melee weapons out.
Yeah, at this point, their bows are on their backs and they're slashing with scimitars at the
Nice.
brush where they, keep hearing things.
That's good.
Luckily, they don't seem to have been smart enough to realize this could be a distraction.
That's good. I think she's gonna try to get closer.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be pretty hard, but let's do.
So I will let you stealth over out of cover as long as you roll high enough. I'll say they have a bonus to their perception if you go outside cover for your stealth.
Okay, so there's her movement for now.
So make a
Use her
stealth
action
check.
closer.
Okay. So no, they have not noticed you as you quickly traverse the open ground and go into the bushes near them.
Okay. I guess I can use my action to get closer. Or yeah, I think that's what she's gonna do. Just a little bit closer.
Okay.
Because I think everyone else is pretty much like a ranged kind of deal.
And these bushes would be difficult terrain.
Okay, so she'll move 15 feet further in. And yeah, try to hide out there.
And I believe that would
Right.
trigger.
Did you do a dash to do that?
Yeah, that was her action.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. And you, so you were okay.
Yeah, I was right. Oh wait, I can't.
Well, I think you had to use your action to stealth there.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, I
Okay,
think
then she'll just stay there.
you'd just be at the edge of the bushes. All right. And now you readied your action to go off here, Una?
To dash down.
Okay.
To, when Alette dashed in, yeah.
So you dash across as well.
And I
You-
think if entering this space is difficult terrain, then I think that's 25 feet for me.
Okay. The imp would go.
Okay, so the imp is going to fly. Can he go off the map just a little bit?
Sure. How far is he going?
Just one space off the map to the east.
Alright, so I'll just use this horsey symbol with a 1 to mark that he is off the map.
He
One
is
square.
going to pop out of invisibility and peck at this one to distract it.
Okay, is he attacking or just doing
It's just doing
like
the
an
help.
assist? Oh, help action,
Yeah,
alright.
assist. Yeah, and that will trigger my Eldritch Blast.
So seeing the imp suddenly distract one of them, you let forth a shot. Yeah, 24 will strike. Blasting the creature for 6, putting him to near death. As he screeches angrily, big chunk taken out of his side from the blast and kind of points up at where the shot came from. So that's it for the imp. You spent your reaction.
That will, and he'll fly straight up for the rest of his movement.
So that will give this one an oppie.
Yep, that's why I did that. So it was just the one. So it's...
Alright, so 21 as a reaction will strike, doing another 4 slashing. As he will cut at the imp, getting a little bit of a nick on him as he goes. Bud Green.
And that should be about like 30 feet in the air.
Yeah, you can use the fly icon. So that would be 6 squares in the air.
Okay.
That would be this one. Alright, what are you going to do, bud? Goblins are aware something's going on.
Sorry, I was muted. I'm going to try to move up closer. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're aware something's going on, but they haven't made an aggressive action yet, right?
Yeah, and remember the bush is difficult terrain because you have to like push your way through it. I don't know if
Okay,
you took
sorry,
that
I
into
was-
account.
No, I did not, because I thought I will though. Why not? Because I'm not going to use an action for anything and give away my position.
All right.
Do I get the impression that I may be able to cast Shillelagh without them hearing me, or do I feel like
Casting a
they would hear
spell probably would make enough noise that they'd hear you.
got it? Then I will just stay here and watch for some cue that it's time to start the fight.
All right, Rogan.
Okay, so I guess he will dash forward, which would only be 30 feet. Because of the difficult terrain.
So he would be spotted at this point because he's not stealthing.
Oh, yeah. So I guess he would only do. Yeah, I guess.
Because remember, when he
If he
came
didn't
down,
dash-
he rolled poorly, so they can now
Oh,
see
right,
him
so he
because the
would-
distraction's over.
Okay.
He can try to hide, but that would be an action. But now they are aware someone is over in this direction because they just got shot by someone.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's fine. It's not really the stealthy sort.
All right, so he just dashes through the brush.
Yeah, I don't want to dash right up to where our druid's hiding. So, I guess he would. Yeah, I guess he'll kind of dash like out of the bushes.
Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead, move him to where he's going.
I guess here.
10, 25, 30 would be here.
Okay.
Oh, dash. So
Yeah,
30,
he's dashing.
and then he can do another 30 feet.
Okay. Sorry, I just the diagonals always throw me off.
Well, you can use Q. That'll
Yeah.
calculate
Yeah.
them.
So,
Okay, so then he rushes forward, shield out, just going right in.
Yeah.
All right, new round, Una. So seems like it is on as the goblins are fumbling to get their bows out now.
Yeah. And this is the imp, but he's up high, right?
Yeah, he's up 30 feet. This
Alright, I
one
think-
also looks like he's going for a horn on his neck.
Oh. Well, in that case,
Those are horns.
they're gonna jump on me. But oh, I guess this is difficult terrain, so I guess I'm gonna do here as my movement.
Okay, so you move forward into the brush.
And then it's gonna be at disadvantage, but I'm gonna try and. Can I target the horn and not the goblin with a ranged attack?
Remember, you're stealthing, so it would be an advantage.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But if
But
it's
can
a
I target the
disadvantage,
horn?
so I don't think you have anything to disarm or any skills to do something like that.
I just
so,
want to put a hole in the I want to damage the horn so it doesn't work.
like break the horn. Yeah. I mean, you could throw your knife at the horn and try to hit that instead of him.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do.
AC
I-
would be like 12, I guess.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be a wash because of the range. Advantage for stealth, but a wash because of the range. Is that right?
Yeah,
I
so
think?
it'd just be a straight roll. So you hurl a dagger. 14 would strike, and you would get sneak attack. So yeah, I'll say as he's putting it up to his mouth, the dagger just smacks right into it, kind of piercing it, and he kind of looks very surprised as now he sees you in the brush, and his horn seems
Alright.
useless. So that's
Alright,
it
and
for
then-
you, right?
No, wait a second. And then I do have another attack, so I guess I would go ahead and do because there's like that what is it? Because of my expertise or mastery with the dagger, I can use the second attack as part of my attack or something. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, it's the Nick property, I believe.
Okay, there we go. All right, so I would
Yeah.
attack again with the other dagger that I had previously drawn. And
Okay.
I'll send it at.
So you throw
None
a
of them-
second dagger.
Yeah, which one is damage to this guy? I'm gonna throw my second dagger at this guy.
All right, AC is going to be 17 because he does have a bunch
Okay.
of brush in front of him.
But they all do, right?
Yeah, they all would at this point.
I'll try anyway. We'll see.
All right, another dagger goes flying through the brush. Ooh, close, but unfortunately that is going to miss him.
That's weird.
It's stuck on
that
some
is-
branches. So you can
Yeah.
put some dropped dagger tokens down, but I think that's it for you, right?
Yeah. That's
All right, so the
well,
goblin.
technically I haven't. Actually, bonus action hide. Can I hide or
Yeah,
cunning action? Yeah.
I think so because you didn't use your bonus action.
Right. So
Alright.
then I would try to hide.
I just realized Lazard might be out of range for that shot he took. Just FYI. So the goblin will see you disappear into the brush, and then he will see a bunch of other people coming. Well, I guess he'd see Rogan and he'd see Lazard over at the cliff, so I think he's gonna put his sword away, pull out his bow, and take a short bow shot at Rogan. Oh, 22. Wow, good shot. So Rogan is caught off guard as he is struck for 5 piercing. Son of a... As he is...
He's got a man, but you have to say it before. I have to say it before.
Do you want to
the
use
damage
it?
is declared.
I'll say you can use it if you want.
Okay, yeah, because that was a little fast. But yeah, he would do that. Yeah.
So he
It's,
uses
it's his
reaction.
Yeah. So
Go ahead and link it.
Sure.
So he shakes off the hits, taking 2, spending his reaction. The second goblin, taking 2 damage, spending his reaction.
Yeah.
The second goblin is going to pull out his bow and fire up at the imp creature that just flew up into the air. So, short bow. Nope, the imp is luckily under cover from the branches, so the shot would just strike one of them. Lazard.
I'm gonna climb down the rope.
Okay, give me a athletics DC 5.
Oh, I thought it was acrobatics.
Well, you can use acrobatics. Acrobatics would be DC 10. The rope makes it a little easier.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that just because I think I have a better chance. Yep.
Alright, so you drop and kind of tuck and roll, making your way all the way down to the brush.
Didn't have the range.
So I guess only... Alette, were you stealthing? I thought you stealthed.
Yeah, that's why she could only get to the edge of the bushes.
Oh,
'cause she's
you didn't
her
mark
action was
yourself
stealth.
as stealthing, I don't
Oh,
think.
sorry.
I was looking, I'm like,
You
I
went for
thought...
me. Alright.
Yeah, I thought more people were
There you
stealth. Okay.
Yeah, she's stealth.
Is this goblin dead?
None of the goblins are dead right now. One of them is badly
Oh.
wounded, but he's not dead.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't able to finish him. She missed.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast, the same one, the one that is almost dead.
Alright, you fire an Eldritch Blast off.
Damn it!
She's got the worst rolls tonight.
So there's a bunch of snapping noises as it blows up one of the branches in the way. And the goblin screeches in fear.
That is it.
Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
Alright, so the goblin who is wounded is going to freak out and start running to the west. Or, sorry, east, towards the camp. So he begins retreating, moving 6 squares off the map. That's it for him. Alette.
Okay, there's no way I can get
He
to
was
them.
able to move 6 squares. Wasn't it difficult terrain?
Yeah, but he dashed. Actually, can he do that as a... No, he can't. Okay. So yeah, he would have to use his action. Like pushing branches aside as he's trying to get out of there.
Well, she will have to dash to get 30 feet. So she will not be stealthing anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess she'll just run in.
Alright, so she is going full
Action.
10, 20, 30, 60 feet, rushing through the brush towards the enemies. Anything else?
Yeah. Hey, cheese brains, come for me.
Alright, call them cheese brains as you rush over. Let's see, that is it for you. Alright, so that's it for you. The imp high up in the trees. What is your imp doing, Lazard?
Sorry. It is going to go invisible. And right now, it's just going to chill there up in the trees.
Alright, invisible chillin'. Bud.
Okay. I'll emerge from the bush. Is that first step still difficult terrain right there?
I'll say it's normal.
Alright, 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I see the goblins at this point?
Yeah, they have cover from all the branches and stuff, but you could always see them all since they started moving. This one would be in retreat, running towards the camp. The one on the left, or sorry, right there, is 6 squares off the map, rushing away from you.
Okay. Yep. Alright, I'll move to here. And I'm gonna have to cast a spell because what's going on? There we go. Oh. Alright. They are on the ground, right?
Yeah, all 3 of them are in the brush.
I can't get the one that's off the map, though. Okay, I'll dash 5, or that would be 10 because that already moved diagonally once. 20, 25, 30, and I'll use my bonus action to cast Shillelagh.
Alright, so you go rushing in, and you did count the brush there as difficult terrain, right?
I'll stay outside of the brush so that I can move.
Alright, so you're moving around, casting Shillelagh. Rogan would go. Now, you said you gave him a longbow?
I think he just has a javelin. Yeah,
Okay.
Alette has a
No,
longbow.
No, I thought we gave him a short bow.
Or
we did?
short
Oh.
bow?
Oh yeah, I guess Alette could have given him hers.
I just
Yeah,
remember
that's
you
right.
mentioning it, because at this point he
Yeah.
could try to take a shot at the retreating goblin if you gave him one.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So Alette could have given
So maybe like
hers to him.
10
before
arrows
all
and a
of
short bow.
them. Okay. I'll
So-
erase that from the sheet.
Give me, I guess, a dex check. As he
He'll move a
fires.
little closer, just to kind of get himself. There.
So you can roll dexterity and just add your +2 to it as he fires at the retreating goblin. He curses. He says, it's been too long, stupid bows. Anything else?
He would drop it, I guess, and draw. I mean, I guess he could have tried with the javelin too.
What's the range of a javelin?
Well, it would be at disadvantage, but it's up to 90 feet, but disadvantage after 30.
Let's see. Could he make that in his current position? Yeah, technically, if you want to throw a javelin, go for it.
Okay, so I guess it just would have been one more.
Just
But yeah,
disadvantage.
okay, sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
nope.
All right, so he ends his
Wow.
turn.
Rogan.
New round, Una.
All right.
Stealthing in the brush.
I think that I'm going to draw my short bow.
Okay.
I will bonus action dash and use my movement and my dash to get as close as I can to the retreating goblin. And I assume this is all difficult terrain, so that should be 30 feet from my current location.
Yeah. The retreating goblin is like 6 squares off the map. So you're like right now he'd be in range of you with a short bow anyway.
Would it change how much cover he has for me to get closer to him?
No, he'd have light cover no matter where, just because there's like leaves and branches everywhere.
In that case, no movement. Drop my stealth, draw my short bow, and see if I can take him out.
You would have advantage because you're stealthing.
Nice. Okay. Well, then I don't drop my stealth till after I shoot, but then of course I'm going to be revealed.
Yeah.
All right. And she's not as good at this as she's with daggers and whips. So see how this goes.
So you fire from stealth.
Ooh, nice.
Well, 23 is probably gonna hit. So as he's running away, it's the arrow right through his chest.
I don't think I did.
And that would, well, I guess that wouldn't be enough to kill him. He'd just be dying. So he is down over
Alright.
there.
And I don't have the martial skill thing in my bow, so I can't do the like extra attack.
Yeah, that's fine. Anything else for you?
Yeah, since I haven't used since I didn't end up dashing towards him, I would go ahead and bonus action dash.
Okay, 3
That's
more
all.
squares. Now, Trey, you were saying there's some new stealth rules, I noticed.
Yeah, it says for the initial stealth check, the DC is only 15, but then your stealth roll becomes the DC for opponents' checks to see you. So
Oh,
I
so
don't.
it's,
I mean, like I'm saying, it's up to you because.
so
like,
so to stealth successfully, you have to beat a 15 no matter what?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Like,
so
and you have to be behind 3/4 cover at least, and not in direct sight, the direct line of sight of an enemy.
all right, I'll keep that in mind. So, like, if you roll shitty on your stealth, even if they have bad perception, you would fail it, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
seems
sense.
stupid.
But that is definitely a bit of a stealth
I'm just the
nerf.
messenger. Don't shoot the messenger.
But all right, so Una, that was it for you. The goblin goes. What's he gonna do? So he saw his friend go down, shot by Una. So he is
Let call
going
them
to.
cheese brains.
Yeah, but he's more concerned about the people actually killing his friend. So he's gonna fire at Una. Luckily, you do have cover from all the brush.
Oh, do they have bows out now? I remember originally
Yeah.
they didn't have any bows.
So they did pull out they were shooting at Rowan.
Okay.
Or Rogan. 23, I believe, will strike you.
Definitely.
So an arrow comes in, hitting you for 6 piercing. And then the goblin is going to back up 30 feet and end its turn. Next goblin, also seeing you like pincushion his buddy, is going to fire at you. Luckily, that arrow would strike a branch, and he is also going to back up, getting ready to fire again. Lizard.
Let's see. Is this one still awake, or it says KO on it? Or
He is
knocked out?
down, so he's dying. Dying condition. He's not dead, but he is dying. And he's
also,
like basically over here.
there's also that, yeah.
He's like over here in actuality. But yeah, he's on the ground bleeding.
I'm gonna hold an Eldritch Blast on one of the goblins. And basically I'm gonna trigger it on after my imp goes.
Okay, so you're readying an Eldritch Blast. The downed imp is going to death save. Alright, so he's holding on.
As long as he
Colette
doesn't hop up.
does not pop up, no. He's still dying, bleeding profusely.
All right. She is going to dash to get up to the goblins. Difficult
Alright.
terrain.
So she moves
Oh,
to
is-
engage.
There's not like a jumping is not really gonna be
No, jumping won't help you with the brush.
right.
Well, no, because you'd still have to
They're
like.
not super strong.
It's
anyway.
basically like you're like kind of having to push like leaves and branches out of your way as you're moving. So jumping through it like wouldn't really do much. You just fall on your
Yeah.
ass. You can't jump
She's
through a
just-
branch.
Going to get in their face and yeah.
All right, so you rush up to the
Insult them some more.
goblins, harrying them, and I assume that's going to be it for you.
Oh wait, actions. Can I use an action surge if I haven't attacked?
Yes, you can. Or at least you used
And
to be able to.
Then she would do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you rush up with your dash, and then drawing upon your inner stamina, you quickly make a slash.
She's gonna slash at this guy and apply booming blade to that.
All right, so your blade
If it
booms
hits.
with magic as you cut at him. Oh, but 10 is not enough as he slips out of the way of your sword strike. Wow.
Okay. Yeah, she is done.
Alright, so from up in the trees, the invisible imp, I assume, is going to fly down.
Yep, he's gonna fly down, and it's going to pop out and peck at this one to distract it on the right. That,
So he kind of
Let's try
jumps
to-
out and goes boo, which will give you advantage as you fire at him. Yeah, 18
wanna
will
kill him.
strike.
Oh wait, I have agonizing blast. That is +3.
Alright, so 9 would blast a hole. Well, no, it wouldn't kill him. So he takes a nasty hit to his chest and goes into dying from your
Oh,
blast.
okay. He's actually knocked out then. Okay.
Yeah, well, not unconscious. It's a dying condition. So he's basically like
Oh, okay.
he's still aware, but he's like on his knees bleeding, basically.
Okay.
It's my
Right.
house rule dying.
Death saves, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. He's like, yes, fuck that little goblin, and he does like a mental high five to his amp, and he ends his turn.
Alright, so Bud.
All right. Let's see. All right. So how far off the map is this one?
Oh, he's not. He's
not.
on the map. He's down, though. He's KO.
But this one is. Oh, that one's down too. Then?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
only
this
one
one's
still up.
right off.
This guy
Ah.
who's pulling out his scimitar, about to just slash at Alette, who's right up in his face.
All right. So I'll just run straight down and cast poison spray on that one.
So there is a blast of poison,
Sorry. Let me.
which does not.
Nope. That's the wrong one.
Ah!
It doesn't provide any detail.
Spray.
The range is
There we go.
30 feet.
Thank you, Miri. Alright, so it sprays. Is this a line spell? No, it's not. It's just like a blast
it's
of
just
poison,
one creature.
basically.
Poison spray
Alright.
always throws
Yeah.
me off. It always feels like it should like have multiple targets or have like a cone or something.
Yeah, no, it's just like a blast of poison. Alright, so
Flash.
you would strike as your caustic projectile will hit him, doing
All right.
8 points of damage, and he is going to fall over dead from
Wow.
it, which will end combat.
Amazing.
So there was a little bit of noise as the fight happened, but luckily your booming blade did not go off because that would have made thunder, which is very loud.
Indeed.
All right, so it doesn't seem like the main camp was alerted because you don't see any of them like rushing up.
I imagine we finish them and we hide the bodies in the brush.
All right,
Yes.
so you kill the goblins, who basically just
Uh,
have short bow. They would have 20 arrows if you're interested in ammunition, and you would
I-
find. Yeah, I'll just put it in chat. Go ahead.
I'll ask Rogan to help cut off the ears. The
Sure,
goblins.
he will.
It's a little
He
icky.
will nod and basically
want
get
to.
some goblin ears. So you have 3 goblin ears.
I'll take some of those arrows. Unless someone else
Hey,
needs
you
them.
know, can we just cut both ears off and pass them off that we killed twice as much goblins?
I mean, I think you can tell which
Argon
side the
says,
ear
I
came from.
like the way this man thinks, but yeah, like the little
They're
girl
only
said,
counting,
they
like,
can
left
tell
ear.
left and right ears because of unless we turn them inside out, but then that just looks weird too. I mean, we could try it. He says. I mean, I'm
maybe
not
someone
sure.
else. Maybe.
What if we get 2 bounty hunting jobs? Could we
Yeah.
find maybe another person?
Yeah.
Maybe
who's
the
willing to pass
sort of our.
He says,
Maybe that's where
you know
our
what? Just in case, let me
right
get some more ears. So we'll say he takes 3 left ears and 3 right ears. If you want.
All right.
Let's go check
Can I
the
put those
humans.
in? I'm
If-
gonna.
Let's go check.
But
Let's go
put
check
it in
those
one of your
humans.
inventories, just because his
Okay.
inventory
I'm
is
gonna
an
say
NPC
he's carrying
sheet.
them, but I've got them in mind.
Sure.
Bud, maybe your good berries might be useful because those guys don't look so good. Let's go check on those humans.
They would be, except that I don't have any today.
Oh, okay. Let's
Because
see.
now,
let's see
to now they
what-
only last for 24 hours.
I will say, not
So the
saying
ones I made are gone.
we should do this, but the bridge is right here. I mean, we could just go.
We should at least untie them. Besides, they can go back to the town and tell the people that we're heroes.
You're gonna make us get into a fight with more goblins, aren't you?
I mean, I could sneak over and untie them, and then they're on their own. But they might die. I don't know.
He says, "Well, whatever you all think is best. I just,
How
you
far
know.
are?
Hey,
Wait, so
hey,
are the
Una.
tied up humans like at the goblin camp?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
can
the
you
goblin
update-
camp is about
Um,
90, about maybe 120 feet through the brush to the east of here.
All right.
So
well,
new map
first
if you're gonna go over
for our
there.
group. Are we gonna go
Una,
for
do you-
the dudes or
Do you
leave
have
them?
a small knife?
Of course. Lots of knives.
Do you mind if I borrow it?
Yeah. So she'll give him one of the toolkits has like a small knife as like it's not her daggers. It's like just a inventory thing, miscellaneous inventory thing. So she'll give that over.
Is this for your bird thing?
Yeah, I motion my imp to come over, and he
Good plan.
I snap my fingers to have him turn back into imp form, and he's invisible right now, and he just kind of like hands. You just see him like hand into the air this knife, and something just like take it from him. That's
So-
totally invisible.
I think he would have to cast it again to turn the blade invisible, because when you invis, it's only the
Oh,
items
okay.
you're carrying. He doesn't have like a
Gotcha, so
cloak
he
to
looks-
hide it under.
Yeah, he just used invisible again. So,
He would
so
say,
for a second there's just like a floating knife in the air.
yeah.
I mean, that's actually funnier, except probably when he gets close, that's dangerous. So
He says, well, at least I wasn't killed by those guys, but I don't really appreciate being slashed by a bunch of stupid fucking goblins, he says in your mind.
And he just kind of says back, I knew they couldn't kill you. Can you go free those dum-dums that got themselves caught?
He says, well, I guess I could. They're probably just going to get shot by a bunch of goblins and killed if they try to leave, though.
I mean, that's on them. I
Yeah,
mean, at least we're giving them a chance. If I was in their chance, if I was in their shoes, I'd at least rather have the chance to run.
he says, yeah, I suppose that's fair. All right, so if he's going to go do that, I would just need a stealth check. I would give him advantage because he's invisible.
My threes again.
Hey, wait, before you go. Did he already leave? Where is he? She's like looking around. 'Cause she,
Yes, damn it.
Here we go.
I know what you're gonna say, my friend. I totally
guy
forgot
was-
about you.
I mean, yeah, Alette said she has some
so-
fancy magic to help people, but yeah.
he comes back like 5 minutes later and says, "Yeah, I cut their ropes. They knew, but they didn't know who did it."
Maybe they'll be smart and like bide their time until a good chance to run away instead of letting the goblins know they're free.
Rogan
Did
says,
they make it out?
says, "Well, they haven't run yet. I just cut their ropes and left. I didn't see what they were doing."
Oh, okay.
Rogan would say, "I feel kind of bad. Maybe we should go help them."
I feel like I mean, I might want to
Maybe.
see like a little bit more like who these people are.
This is
because
probably
this is, like, her-
mercenaries like us. Maybe they got jumped on the way to the
True.
ruins.
bird
Obviously, I don't know though. I'm not sure who else would be out here.
Did your
Friend.
bird get a good look at how many goblins there are?
Yeah, friend. The people that were tied up, did they look rich?
I don't know. I mean, they didn't have any of their armor or weapons on them. They just had clothing, and yeah, they were tied.
The goblin
Oh.
camp could have some of.
It says one of them was in pretty bad shape. I think he was alive, but I don't know.
Can you go scout? Can you go scout the goblin camp out for me a little bit?
I was just over there. What do you want me to tell you? There's about 7 goblins. They're
Okay.
around their tents. He says, "I guess I can." Gonna get me killed.
Do we have anything? I wonder that is flammable. Maybe I could like have him fly over and like drop something on fire onto the goblin tent.
Hmm.
Maybe if they have watches, they'll send some folks this way in a little bit, and then we can take them out, and then there'll be less in the camp.
Let's do a little bit of break. Then I'll say the imp will give you the layout of that area. But yeah, let's
Okay.
do a little break first.
Right.
Tactical level 2 combat.
Yeah, I can't wait for Alette to get her like things
I
that
can't
make her
wait to not
move
be-
around the battlefield.
Seriously, like Una was only hit once, but I can't mark myself as below half because I need to lose 1 more hit point to be below half. But you know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah, it's like
Oh,
The
So
joy
nice,
is
yeah,
of
'cause-
low level.
there's 1 more level, and I'll get all my I'll get my patron spells and level 2 spells I can pick. So I'll get like detect thoughts and phantasmal image and hideous laughter.
I'm actually kind of excited to see Bud level up because I want to see what Trey has planned for a more powerful druid. for Bud with power.
Druid in training.
at what is it level is it that we get Misty Step for that?
Well, it's a level 2 spell.
Well, no, for
High Elf?
yeah, I think it's
It's
the
level. I think it's still 5.
That will
Oh,
be
damn.
so useful for.
maybe-
But I
what
also
we're gonna
have
do
plan.
right
I
now,
have
getting
plans for
close.
getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it probably won't be until level 5 anyway that I get that for what I'm thinking. So, yeah, she
Well-
needs some mobility.
Well, if I end up swapping Una out for an older character like Lou wants, I'm probably gonna go with Wizard and but then I like the idea of playing a rogue, but I also miss being a magic user, so I don't know. And then I'd leave you
I
guys
could
without a
always go-
rogue.
You could always go arcane trickster.
Yeah, but that doesn't really. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Oh.
Hmm.
Arcane trickster, no, they don't have the limitations on spells. Is I think pretty cool.
I still haven't read very much at all of the new. Like everything I link today or say today is because like I'm using D&D Beyond right now for my roles and stuff just because the character sheet is so crappy. So I'm kind of, and I own, like I pre-ordered the content on D&D Beyond, so that's why I'm like able to link the stuff. But I genuinely haven't like sat down and read any of the 2024 content.
It's just like last year. Last year, I didn't buy Baldur's Gate until December because this time of year is so crazy for me. And this year, I pre-ordered this stuff, but like I haven't read any of the new D&D stuff because it's just too busy a time for me.
Mhm. Yeah.
Fight about the automation.
All right, guys. Big question. What
Yeah.
should I order for dinner?
That is a great question.
I'm taking all suggestions except that one.
Um, sushi.
It's not a bad
So
idea.
fancy.
I don't know what time zone are you in because I'm just wondering what kind of sushi you can get at this hour.
I'm West Coast. So it'll
Oh,
be
okay. So you can probably still get some decent stuff.
yeah. There's some.
For me, it's 11, 12, so I'm not sure if there's good sushi available.
There probably is. There's probably some 24-hour sushi place open.
We are not like a hoppin' city that has, that never sleeps. Like the stuff that's 24/7 is not Steak and Shake and Waffle House.
Yeah, here's like McDonald's, Subway. There's like a McDonald's, a Subway, and like a Taco Bell that is always open. That's pretty much it for like anything past midnight. But up until at least 9 or 10, we got good options.
Some like table service, like full service restaurants that their kitchens are open until 11. So, but after 11, there's not much.
In the Asian theme now, Chinese instead of sushi.
Yeah, that's gonna be my second. Was like noodles.
That's gonna be. I was
Honestly-
I was thinking about getting some lo mein.
Yeah, I could eat some stir fry veggies or some noodles pretty much any time. Good stuff.
There's some lo mein or some egg foo young. Like the real white people Chinese food, not like real Chinese.
Yeah, egg foo young I find to be kind of boring. Like it's fine, but it's not like interesting.
I'll tell you, I have a feeling it's because of the place. Because I am an egg foo young connoisseur, and I will be honest. Most places egg foo young is boring and like not that
But you
good.
got someplace good.
Yeah, I've had a couple places where it's just like, oh my god.
There's
It's
a
like that with
Chinese
their
place.
barbecue pork.
Wait, barbecue pork from a Chinese place?
Yeah, you've never gotten the barbecue pork where it's like these like little thin strips of, and it's like red around the edge. It's
I don't
usually
think
under
I've
the
had
appetizer.
Mm.
Because like a lot of places, it's super hit and miss. It's either just like really just like wet. It's like they boiled it and it's not like it doesn't really have any taste, or it's hard or it's not like hard, but it's like dry. But like when you go to a place that just does it right, like they actually barbecue it, it's so good.
I feel like that's how spring rolls are. They're either
I'll give you that
fantastic or
too.
they're meh.
Yeah, because that's the same thing. Same thing with egg rolls, in my opinion. Because I've gone to some place where it's just like, these are egg rolls, and
There's
then like you go to some place where it's just like, these are egg rolls.
Right. There's a place that we order from, like we have been ordering from for 23 years. I'm old, gosh. That delivers for free in our area. And this, like, we've been ordering from them like before, like DoorDash and Grubhub or whatever. Like before those things were a thing. Like it used to be like pizza and occasionally Chinese were like really the only things you could get delivered, right? And so we were ordering from this place. They would deliver for free and they had great Chinese food. It was a little family-owned place. And we've been ordering from them for all this time, right? And they have always had fantastic spring rolls. And in the last year and a half to 2 years, they changed their recipe and their spring rolls are shit now. And it makes me so sad. The rest of their food is still very good, but for some reason they changed their spring rolls and they're kind of soggy and they're weirdly garlicky. Like garlic doesn't sound like a bad thing, but it's just like that's the only flavor I can taste and it's like a lot of garlic. And I don't know, it's just really weird, but they used to be so good.
Yeah, I mean, my family was being ordered from one Chinese food place for the same, for pretty much the same thing, just like over a decade or two, and it's so funny because every good Chinese place I found, it's like I to get the perfect Chinese place, I need to like mix and match them. Because it's like, oh man, this one has everything's perfect except their barbecue pork, and then like this place has amazing barbecue pork and all this other stuff, but their egg foo young sucks. And it's just like, no, why can't there be one perfect place?
Well, the nearest Chinese place to us is just boring. It's so bland and like none of their food is like bad, but none of their food is good. It's just meh. And like we tried them a couple times when they first opened near us, and we just went right back to the one that's still relatively close, but just not right next, like right close,
All
I
right.
tell you what, there was a Chinese food place that was perfect, and I used to do karaoke there, but it closed down because of the pandemic. I was like, oh,
I hate that.
That's sad.
sorry.
That's fine.
Important conversations.
So this is kind of what the area looks like from your imp's description. You would say there's a bunch of tents around, there's a campfire, and the 3 people are sort of tied up to a tree to the north there. He couldn't tell you the imp position because obviously they were moving, or the goblin positions because obviously they were moving around, but he said he saw 7 of them.
And the people are no longer tied, correct?
Yes, so as far as you know, he's untied them. He thinks one of them is unconscious,
Okay.
which might mean he's badly wounded and, probably needs medical attention. But this is basically the environment and the scenario.
Okay.
Maybe we should blow the horn. Oh, I broke the horn. Never mind.
Yeah, the horn is unusable now. Here we go. There's a big hole in the side of it.
Could
They
we
got
mimic
mending.
the sound in any way?
Huh?
Could we mimic the sound in any way? Does anyone
Well, you
have
didn't
any-
hear the horn blow, so you're not sure what it would sound like.
Mm.
But you
anyone
could
know how
always
to,
make
like-
something up.
Oh
There was-
man, Lazard pulls a whistle out of his pocket. We could use this.
Yeah,
Wait,
it
let
depends on if we want to draw them out or.
Let us take positions. I think it would be better than going in because we would be able to jump out at them and surprise them. But it sounds like there might be several of them, so we have to be smart about this.
Rogan
We
says,
could spread
I don't think the whistle will sound like a horn, but it might attract them. They might-
Yeah, we
maybe
could
we'll-
get into position. We could get to our range,
Hide.
in the back and hide in a position so that when they come out, we can ambush them.
Yeah, and if only some of them come, that's all the better. Because then we can, regroup and decide what to do for the next group.
And if they all leave, I can even have my imp. I can have my imp go to the camp and wait for all of them to leave and to tell them to hey, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Says, well, Rogan says also, if they've been robbing people, they might have some stuff. Money.
Yeah. Money.
I think we should try the whistle. If some of them come, even better. If all of them come, we just need to be ready.
I'm down. So yeah, I mean, we can get into position. I can blow the whistle anytime, or I can give it to.
So you're more trying to lure them into the map you're in right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think we want to be able to place ourselves strategically and hide and cover ourselves and everything
All right.
since we've got some time.
Well, you have another 10 minutes. Do we want to do that now or wait till next week when we have our 5th? What
So
do
at
you
least
guys
like
think?
kind of arrange ourselves. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we can work on arranging
Yeah.
ourselves a little bit.
Do
Probably.
you think they'll come
Sure.
in the path?
They would probably come from that direction, from where the
Okay.
brush is, or they'd have to go around and go up the hill, but that would be a lot further for them.
And are there places to stand elevated that are also have enough brush for cover?
Did you get in
Well,
a
on
tree?
top
If
of
you-
the cliff where you were up there, there's those bushes that you could use for cover.
But they're 20 feet up, right?
Yeah.
Is there any cover on the lower ledges of the cliff?
No, just at the top. I mean, there's some brush over here, or at the bottom here. I mean, wherever you
And we
see
have-
a bush
yeah,
is where the
maybe
cover would
she
be.
would be.
And I think we hid these bodies, didn't we?
Yes, so we can say you got rid of the bodies.
All right, then I guess I might go up wherever there's some cover up this way.
So
Yeah,
you
there we go.
threw them in the bushes over here or something.
Yeah.
That works. And I guess I would have my bow out because of the distance here.
Let's see. I guess. Are we all going up the cliff, or should
I
the
think,
ones that want to be closer?
I would rather be closer and better with a knife up close, but I'm kind of hurting from, so I'm gonna maybe go up here if that's okay with you, Alette.
Well, just
Yeah,
remember
I
there are
can-
7 of them, so we don't want to get overwhelmed.
Yeah, maybe if we all start from afar, we can take a few out before we have them get close or.
Right, I could use the
When are
bow.
they? Where do we think they're gonna come from?
From the place where the goblins were, like
Oh,
over
okay.
here.
Okay. All right.
I
then it
guess
should
on a
be-
cliff.
If they
Oh,
come
because
at all.
They're gonna have
boats.
But if they,
Yeah.
the shortest
Okay.
route to get to where you are would be through the lower area here, or else they'd have to go up and around
Okay.
over where the kind of where the cliff is. Assuming they come at all, like I said, that would kind of depend on how they react to
And
hearing the
we
whistle.
and we would be able to like
Maybe
maybe
here.
like move some branches and provide like extra spots of cover too, like if we wanted to like position ourselves more spread out, right? Or
Here.
like I don't know, like I was just if he wanted to stand there, for example, like we could grab some branches or foliage and kind of improve his cover, right? We bet
Yeah,
enough
I mean, a couple of branches
Right.
wouldn't be great cover. Like you would have to have like a bush or something decent size to give a cover bonus. I guess you could
Yeah, like
stack
maybe
up a
one
bunch
of
of goblin corpses.
Do we have a shovel? We
okay.
could dig up
Like
one of the
sandbags.
plants and just like plant it there.
You could
Honestly, if we
replant the
put,
bush
like,
if you want. That's true.
if we put goblin corpses up here, they might like get real close to. If we like wait till they get close before they investigate, like I don't know.
Do 300, just a wall of goblin corpses.
What's Bud doing? He's just hiding out down there.
Sorry. So we think they're coming from right here.
We were going to try and use a whistle because we broke the horn to see if we can get some of them to come investigate.
All right. So
But if they
I'm
all
just gonna
come-
try to hide
Yeah.
down
If
here.
they
in this
all come, there
brush.
will be 7 of them. But we're just hoping that we'll get some shots on them and take some of them out first.
Yeah, I need to be down on the ground. I'm not gonna be able to do much range.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
That's I don't know if it's worth it for Alette to I mean, if she uses the bow, she'll just be at a lower AC once we get into melee because it takes an action to don her shield. So
To you, if you'd
it'd
like
still
to
be
stay-
decent, but it's
you
not.
want to hide close to them, you might be able to like.
Yeah, I think it's best for her to just
Yeah. It's up to you.
just
As
go
long as
in.
you-
Yeah.
As long as you hide well and keep your cover until you've got the good shot, then it could be just as advantageous as you doing anything from range.
Yeah, I think she's got decent stealth, so I think if she can wait here until they get nearby, then she can hopefully jump them. We'll see.
All right. So is this how you're kind of positioning yourself for the ambush?
At least for now.
Do we want to make stealth checks now or wait? Are we going to start this up this week?
Well, I don't know. What do you think?
You got 5 minutes.
I say we might as well do our stealth checks and be all ready to blow the whistle, and then we blow the whistle at the beginning of next session and go into rounds.
I would say if we're gonna, because if we do stealth checks now, I guess we could just, as long as you write them down somewhere, as long as we have them for next week, we can roll them now.
They won't be in the chat?
I guess they would be in the chat, so that's true. We could just look there. All right, sure. Why don't we all do stealth checks?
And are these all at normal, or do we have any kind of advantage?
Well, Rogan can't hide where he is. He would have to move
Oh,
someplace
right. I thought we
where...
were gonna take some time to do that. Yeah, I guess.
Well, it's either branches or goblin bodies apparently, but I think it'd be better to just
You'll
put him
hide
in-
over here, I think, with them.
Sure.
And the key is, I think, for you that are down on the ground close, is just stay hidden until you have that really good moment. You know, that good
Yeah.
All right.
positioning. You
So
know?
go ahead, everyone make stealth checks. Alright, so Una and Lazard are doing pretty well.
Since we're gonna be stealthing for a while, I don't think guidance is a good thing to do right now.
Bud,
Regular.
oh, some good checks here.
Wow. Oh, let's see how Rogan does.
Wait, didn't you roll for Rogan? No, I guess not. You rolled for yourself.
Yeah.
Wah,
Oh my
wah.
God.
Yeah, well, you know. Alright,
Someone's gotta
so yeah. So I guess now
I mean, we
the
haven't even blown the
plan
whistle yet.
the plan is to blow the whistle.
No, the plan is to let Rogan try again. Like, hey, no,
Oh.
move over a little bit, and then we blow the
Oh,
whistle.
Rogan thinks he's pretty well hidden.
Okay.
but we all can see him.
I mean,
Can I?
you can all see each other because you're kind of, you know, where the other people are hiding.
Okay.
But
All right.
all right, so do we? Like I said, do we want to start this now or wait?
I'm okay with starting now, I guess. I mean, I know we don't get to go very far, but at least we'll be all set up to
Blow the whistle and see who's
dive
coming.
right
Yeah.
in. Yeah, let's blow the whistle, see who comes, maybe even do initiative rolls, and then we're like ready to dive in at the beginning of the next session.
Okay, so you are blowing your whistle, Lazard.
Yep.
Alright, so there's a screech of sound that echoes through the trees as you blow the whistle. You would hear some rustling from the east, and you are going to see movement in the brush. It looks like a group of goblins is headed this way. So unfortunately, it looks like they may have spotted Rogan before they got here. So I need initiative rolls. As he is the closest to them, they are probably just going to fire bows at him.
It was nice knowing you.
It's like, uh-oh.
I guess the professor's plan
Wait,
worked
hold on.
out.
Initiative.
As far as paying our hirelings.
Let's see.
It's like, why am I out front? Ah.
It's Alette, and then
Hopefully Rogan will have a decent initiative. No.
yeah, no, he's just been rolling. He doesn't. We need to level him up.
Well, he's only
Train him
one
up.
level under you.
He has that.
Well, which is level 1. He's still level 1.
I have a +5 initiative and I only rolled 8, so you know.
Yeah, he's got
Alright, so
terrible dexterity.
I gotta roll for the goblin.
But we wanted someone with muscles to help us lift things. So I mean, that's at least what Alette said.
Probably didn't want them to be stealthing up front, though.
Yeah, there's the balance of like, well, if things go down, should it be close or far away? I don't know.
Alright, so
He can get himself out of there.
let's see. Initiative. Alright, so the first act, as these goblins come rushing up, is going to be one of the goblins. He lets out a yell, kind of pointing in Rogan's direction, and will fire at him. Luckily, Rogan does have cover from all the brush. So at least there's
Cool.
that.
And he might do the reaction. He's going to do the reaction.
Alright, so the first shot will miss him as he goes, oh, fuck. Alette, you are next. So there's a bunch of yelling. The goblins are now probably about 40 feet off the map, firing arrows at Rogan.
Well then. Might just have to use my bow for now.
I'll just
They all
stick
came,
them
guys.
there.
Yeah, they all.
I'm glad we have some casters. One of which who will hopefully join us next session.
Yeah. I guess.
Well, I guess we can end here on the Let's Turn because we are, at time.
Okay.
So let's do MVP votes and we'll pick it up next week. They didn't see any of the rest of you. You're all like at advantage right now, but Rogan is
Okay.
obviously
In trouble.
did not do as well on his roll. Luckily, he does have a bunch of brush in the way, so that will at least help him.
Do we still have that rope still set up?
Yes,
Okay,
the
there we
rope.
go.
And if
Okay.
you want, you can. Here, I'll mark it on the map because I know
We never
we're
said
gonna
we moved
forget.
it, so yeah, I guess we probably.
Rope. 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 Here, I'll just stick it on the map to remind you that you have rope there.
Okay.
Now, are they all in a line like that?
No, they are not.
Standing in a perfect line?
No, they're not in the perfect line. They're just kind of they're about 40 feet away, kind of representing the area they're coming through.
But they're definitely standing in a 20 by 20 square altogether, right?
We can talk about it next time. Because whatever I say, I'm not going to remember next week.
I'm just kidding, really. I was just.
All right, so I think I still need some votes here. I only see 3.
I'm still thinking. Sorry.
That's fine. All right, so with 2 votes, Lazard, you are MVP.
Thank you.
Get your inspiration. Lazard. Good job, everyone.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you for
it's one
taking
thing.
the
I
journal.
know there's not as much you can
Oh,
do
yeah.
at low level. Hopefully, you're still having fun with the strategy and everything.
Yeah, it's definitely motivating Alette to take up a certain offer.
The question
I'm gonna
is,
talk to you about that.
are 10 goblins enough to get us to level 3?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Goblins aren't that dangerous.
I know. That's why I was like, is it enough?
You might get some resources. Sounds like you're all
I mean,
poor as
goblins
fuck.
are
So maybe you'll
dangerous
get
when you're
some
level
coins.
2.
Yeah. Alette
Yeah,
needs
they can
money.
be, but they die easily too.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're on our way, guys. And maybe if these people are important, and then we'll start to make a name for ourselves, or maybe they'll even like be grateful and pay us or something.
Yeah, or we could loot that camp
And I'm of
Oh,
course
they're probably over there looting.
presuming that we survive.
Yeah. Yep.
I
No,
mean,
it's not looking great
or
for
we
Rogan.
can loot them.
Yeah, oh, we found them this way. Just murder them. What's the group's alignment? Probably not that evil.
No, definitely not.
I mean,
Alette's
yeah.
chaotic. She's not evil.
I don't even remember what I made Una, but I don't think she's evil. She's just not. I mean, she's had to fend for herself her whole life, but so she's not. I think she's neutral. I don't even remember what I made her.
My character's not evil. He's just a noble.
He's just
So he's
entitled.
evil.
Perfectly. Oh yeah, I have Una set as chaotic neutral. I actually didn't realize that. I was thinking lawful neutral. I don't remember making her chaotic neutral. Anyway, I think she's mostly good. She wants to be good. She's just had to, rough it her whole life.
She's the
I'd love to be a
anti-noble.
hero.
My character just wasn't. Yeah, my character wasn't taught the value of a commoner's life. So
Well, maybe that is an arc for him.
Honestly, it's one of. I think it's actually written into Una's character somewhere. I don't remember if it was like. But I think she doesn't trust fancy people. Are you dressed
Like-
fancy?
I can't imagine why.
oh yeah.
All right.
think
Good
that's
night,
interesting.
everybody. I
Night.
enjoyed
Night,
it.
night.
Thanks, Lou.
Yeah, good night. See you next time.
Yeah.
Have a
Because
good one, guys.
Lazard's family very much does not treat anybody that doesn't have magic well at all. I mean, that's why
Including
he's
their
been.
own.
Yeah, well, that exactly. That's why he's been treated like shit. Like, and he's actually part of the family. So, imagine how they treat peasants.
That makes sense.
Interesting. So maybe there is some degree of empathy that Lazard will come to have because he has been a black sheep of his family on his own, even if he's still